How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Elder Brain. Before I hand it over to Ian for tonight's stream, I just want to do a quick update for our D&D game, just in light of all the OGL stuff, and with Wizards kind of walking back everything, and OGL 1A still being out there. We're going to continue our D&D 5e campaign. So we're going to finish this little adventure that Ian's got. I think a couple episodes more, depending on where we get to, and then we will jump back to that. But we are going to go forward with that, so you can stay tuned for Sea of Souls continuing after we're done this dealy. So just want to give you guys a heads up on that. Yeah, Ian.
Awesome. In that case, let's dive back into our intrigue in the Imperium Isles. In our last session, the crew of the Persephone. You guys were on the docks of Central City still. You were inside the goblins' area, just looted it, and you heard a voice from outside saying, "What are you doing in my cabin? Where's all the ruckus?" Come out, you find a goblin sorcerer and his lackeys, Aid and Bass, run around back to take on one of the goblins. The other three of you take on the other two.
I think there was 5 in the back, actually, but you know. Yeah. Off camera.
You take them out that with dying breath kind of accusations. The goblin leader sort of cries out that, first of all, he addresses your captain by name and says that the relic, name drops this person, won't stand for these intrusions on his port. You confront your captain, and Nick kind of says, "Yeah, former rival, kind of blames me for him being injured and out of the business, and he's apparently gotten himself involved with goblin gangs. So great, all the more reason for us to set sail and start working on this job that I've got." And then he reveals the map, this map that we're on right now, of this lovely orc island, and he has recent evidence of ancient ruins, and he sort of presents this evidence to you, and you say, "Okay, sure, what he needs to do, boss." He's going to set you down on the beach, hopefully avoid entanglements with the orcs who live all over the island. Go to where the fisherman found this piece of masonry, this little statuette, and hopefully find a lead to something good. And basically, this is a one-time thing, because once the orcs are aware that there are intruders on the island, they're going to be at heightened awareness for quite a while. So this is kind of going to be your only chance to get at this place with this size of a force. So you want to get in, find something good to bring back to your captain, and get out. And that's the plan of attack. You hit the island, you're walking down the beach, and you encounter an orc patrol with their attack beaver. And what a fight that was. That was entertainment galore. Beaver guts up and down the beach at this point. You've taken out those guys. I think there was a plan to spare them, but that kind of fell by the wayside. So you have ditched the bodies and moved on. You've now gotten to the point where the fisherman had found the relic, and you have seen that there is the faint remnants of a stone road or path paralleling this river, leading off into the jungle. And the only other thing to point out was that the jungle had an inordinate abundance of fruit trees that you sort of picked out and went, "That seems odd, but we don't have our nature guy with us right now." And now you do.
Hey.
So you're
Hey.
as you're about to head off into the woods, jogging up the beach after you come Aid and Bass, his wolf. Even though Aid goes by Wolf as well, it's very confusing. It's Aid Wolf and Bass Wolf. They're both Wolf.
It's true.
And yeah, basically, he had stayed back on the ship to help secure things and also just look after Jessie, the first mate who had been injured in that first encounter with the goblins. And she's now back on her feet well enough that he can come and help you guys, especially now that you're in the part that he'll be most important. going into the jungle and doing a little bit of your off-roading, well, hopefully on-roading because you found a road, but going into the jungle to find out what's going on here. And I will just, right off the top, Craig, is Aid trained in nature?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Perfect. Could you roll me a nature check?
I most certainly will. Oh, that's not too bad. What's my nature? +5. So that's 13. 13? 13.
13. Okay. So even with just your base training, this monoculture of the fruit trees kind of stands out as, okay, this is not a normal jungle growth here. These trees look like they've been cultivated. It's kind of what, so it looks like at some point this may have been orchards or things like that, and just over time has overgrown the place. But at one point, these were probably cultivated for a food source of some sort.
So this, I would see this as sign of like ancient civilization, essentially, that somebody cultivated here. And
so supports the theory that this road actually goes somewhere not insignificant.
Any chance I get a sense of like how long ago?
With a 13, not
wild. Okay,
not particular. Just that. Okay, yes, this looks like it's an overgrown orchard, but time scale.
Okay. I will pass that information on.
And there is, and it was even fairly obvious at the edge of the jungle that there is an overgrown road here, so there is a path to follow. So it should be. You want me to lower my camera a bit? Sorry.
That's all right.
Better.
I was gonna say, Ian, I don't know if you're doing this on purpose, but you're tingling my Curse of Oak Island vibe right now with this hidden path that's underground.
There is no money pit this time.
All right.
I did that for Swashbuckle-Vember. That was
yes, that's right.
Okay. So let's start talking exploration activities here.
Yes. Exploration.
Let's see. Exploration mode. So
exploration mode.
How do you guys want to proceed at this point? Scouting, searching, avoiding notice, hustling, investigating?
I propose that we travel as
stealth.
I would second this. Sorry, I don't know why I feel it came out as German today. I would second this.
I do believe stealth. Boss and I can scout, survey the land ahead of us.
So, scout ahead.
Could I? I'm trained in society. Is there some way that I could use that for the exploration?
Yes, the society
in terms of investigation.
Maybe you could,
if we've got these old ruins.
Maybe you could convince the orcs that we're not a threat. Just let us listen. We're just here to take like one thing and then leave.
Oh, I guess society I could decipher writing, but there's no writing, so that's not going to work. Okay.
So you understand people and systems that make civilization run, and the historical events that make societies what they are today. Further, you can use that knowledge to navigate complex physical, societal, and economic workings of settlements. So yeah, if you want to roll society, you can kind of, if you want to see if this follows normal rules for building a settlement.
Okay.
Yeah.
What sort of government do these trees have amongst themselves here? Kind of hierarchy.
Ooh.
Just a little.
So now that Aid has kind of pointed out, okay, these were orchards, and you're going, okay, if those are orchards, and this is then a road to access the orchards, and that means there should be maybe some outbuildings or ruins of those nearby, and you spot, the tiniest bit of a foundation. It's like, okay, this is starting to make sense. So there'll be support for the crops out here, and then closer to a civilization or a metropolis of some sort, they're going to start seeing residential, and then possibly some larger, more infrastructure as you get deeper into the jungle. But you are feeling confident that this is more than just one guy's farm at this point with that society check.
Okay.
And with that, you're able to sort of, between Aid and his tracking abilities and scouting ahead and picking out sort of landmarks for him to watch for next. It's like, okay, if we're here and we've got the outbuildings, then we're going to keep your eyes open for residential next. And so he knows and so the path is paralleling the river for the most part, and you're starting to pick out these things as you travel deeper into the jungle.
I would say, as far as just like how the scouting is, that I'd be maybe like a little bit ahead, and then Bass would be like going off, like, darting here, like running into the forest, coming back.
Run off and come back, run off and come back.
Conveying.
In that being the case, I'd imagine that we could just, Sir Sal the Pal could just do the defend. As before, just keeping shield up, keeping eyes wary, ready for an ambush at any moment.
Perfect. All right. With that, so on one of his little sorties out, Bass comes back, and you see he is in distress, and he's you see he's almost like chasing his tail, and you see he's got a big critter on his back, like a big bug.
Oh.
And it's lodged on his back, and he can't get it off, and he's sort of snapping at it and can't get it off. But he's sort of winding his way back to you.
Because I'm a ranger and a hunter, and I'm used to parasitic things, before I go ahead and kill it, can I figure out if killing it will solve it, or does it need to be extracted somehow?
Yeah, is this like a tick situation? Like we'll just try to pull it off, like leave the proboscis in?
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Why don't you roll me a nature check and see what you know about nature check?
Okay, this is a bit better. Oh yeah, that's a little better. 13 plus 5, so 18.
18, perfect.
Much better.
You should kill it to remove it.
Okay.
You know that this type of creature is called a blood seeker, and it's basically like a giant mosquito.
Gross.
Okay. I just instantly take out a dagger and just walk right up to it and just.
All right, and it was happily just feeding away. So, thankfully, it hadn't been attached for too long. So, Bass only takes. I'll just roll a quick damage roll. He takes 3 points of damage. And let's drop us onto the map. Yeah.
Oh.
And now that you know what you're looking for, they're not going to get the drop on you.
Oh boy, there's more.
Hooray! We're having fun.
And a bunch
All
of
right.
bloodsuckers.
So the road is sort of off to the south map here, and you found a nice little boggy, swampy area. If you were to, again, that society check says this was could have been maybe like parkland or something that has now been overtaken, and whatever water features were in that park are now just big old swampy bogs.
Swampy bog.
And, I guess I should go back under the token layer, and we're going to roll.
Fell down, burned over. Burned on.
Hooray!
Because, yes, you've killed one of them, and the other ones are now smelling blood in the air.
Oh boy.
Yeah, huh? So, let's see.
Bugs.
So, yeah, even though you were everyone will get a +1 circumstance bonus to your initiative roll because you were scouting.
Aha!
Hey.
Very nice.
I have my shield raised.
And you've got your shield raised. And Mike, you can roll society again for your initiative just because you that's what you said you was doing.
I won't argue with that. That's my highest bonus.
Well, there you go.
I guess I'll roll stealth because I agreed to
that's
go
right.
along with the stealth.
Oh, come on. Well, that's technically an 8, not a 7.
Right. Oh, yes, I'll add the +1s to all these.
So this is a +1.
Oof. I got a 7 because I rolled a 3.
Ooh, nice.
Well, we are slow.
I got a 16.
27.
All right. So,
So
Oh, well,
19
now I
plus
don't feel
the
so
7
proud.
perception plus the 1 bonus. So
Wow.
27 in total for you. And Slippery Phil was how much?
7.
Is that including the +1?
I rolled a 3.
All right.
Age is pissed at these things.
Sorry, I saw some bugs flying through the air and I got kind of hungry.
Yeah, this is gonna be your jam.
Perhaps literally if I can
I was
catch
gonna
one.
Or it would go well with jam. It's hard to say.
Blood jam. Would you like my bloody bug jam?
All right. And to everyone's surprise, Aid is going first with his 27.
Now remember, I am the cook of our crew, so you might be picking some legs out of the soup tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, so remind me how do I do how do I
To control
Bass?
Bass, you spend 1 action to give him 2 actions.
Right.
Mm.
And no rolls required because he's an animal companion. You just get to do it. If he was a wild animal, then you'd be doing like handle animal checks and stuff like that. But this, because he's your companion, you just get to do it.
All right. So I will once I've taken this thing out and I just kind of give him a pat on the back, and I just lean in and I go, hunt. And then so I spend my action, give him 2, and then I still get.
So you still got 2 actions left.
I still get 2. Okay. So what I'm going to
plus
do.
+1 actions. One other thing I will point out: any of the ferns count those as difficult terrain, and if you are standing in the ferns, like these blood seekers are, then you've got concealment. So to attack something that has concealment, you have to succeed on a flat check first. DC 5 flat check. So it'll be a 20% miss chance.
20. I'm going to pop up right there. So I'll kind of move by, skirt the water. I kind of look down at the water. Don't step in it, just because you never know.
Mm-hmm.
And I think.
Right.
Which one would I have? I have a better beat on this one, maybe. Or I guess it is either or.
Yeah, either or. Yeah,
So what do I have to beat? A 5?
So yeah, first roll DC 5 flat checks, just a straight up D20, get a 5 or
That's a
better.
nat 20.
All right.
Now that I wasted that on the flat check.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Appreciate that. You're looking out for me.
All right. And just, yeah, my longbow that when I'm scouting and kind of already got it like
No, that's
strung, and I'm just gonna sight it up and take a good shot at this.
Try to hit one of the plump ones. Oh, we are going to stuck our larder well tonight.
Okay, so this is. How do I do this? Oh, I'm just gonna use this dice. I can't figure that out. So +7 to hit. That's a 17 + 7.
And going for the close one or the far one?
Start the close one.
Okay. So 17 + 7, so 24. That
24.
definitely hits.
I didn't mark it didn't use my precision. So that's just going to be 6 piercing damage.
Now that is enough to pierce it to death. You just.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So you used 1 action to feed Bass 2 actions. You've moved and you've attacked. So now Bass has his 2 actions, and then.
Yeah. So Bass is going to. He's going to move kind of into concealment there.
Okay.
Remind me, can we do like a readied?
Ready takes 2 actions,
Oh,
unfortunately.
it does take 2 actions. Okay. What will he do then? He will. Oh yeah, I see that it does. I guess being prone have any advantage against these things? Maybe not. He's gonna just hang out, I guess. Then I don't really have anything else for him to do. I was hoping to be able to ready in case one comes in and him attack it.
Does he have any reactions he can use? No.
Sorry, viewers, I missed the session, so I'm a little bit behind on Pathfinding.
Little rusty. That's okay. All right. So you
Here to
are
learn.
done for now.
Yeah.
My first Bloodseeker is going to go.
Actually, sorry, I'm gonna move him 1 back just since I can't ready that action. I'm just gonna
Okay.
he will have come a little bit closer to me, just come back, and he's just
All right. I can fly 30. All right. So they ignore the difficult terrain because they can fly. That's the kind of thing you do when you design an encounter.
yeah. Jerk.
All right. That's 30. And that. Oh, hang on. He's tiny. I think he needs to get into your. Yes, he needs to go into your square.
Oh, just
Yeah.
get yourself real comfortable there.
Okay. This is a weird one. So I'll plop him on you. And now I get to roll my attach with my barbed leg. Here we go.
No.
Oh.
Is 20 gonna hit?
Yep.
Wow.
All right. It is attached to you.
My blood is toxic to bugs.
Yeah, it's on my character sheet.
Oh, for my character sheet? Yeah.
Elves actually have like acid blood, like xenomorphs.
Exactly.
So if you take the escape action on your turn, you can carefully remove it from yourself without taking damage. If you kill it at this point while it is feeding, you're going to take some bleed damage.
Gotcha.
And on its turn, it was 1, 2, 3 actions. So on its next turn, it's going to start draining blood the way it was doing to Bass.
Is there a check required for that escape action?
Yep. To escape, you
Escape.
Use unarmed attack modifier, acrobatics or athletics.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll be using my +7 to acrobatics for that.
Sounds like that'd be for the best.
Yeah. Okay.
Suddenly
that
realizes
monster?
it never was attached to me. It just thought it was.
All right, Sir Sal, you are up.
All righty. We got one of them bugs over there, I believe.
There's one in the bushes over here. There's one over here. And there's one attached to Aid right now.
Yeah, I think the one attached to 8 is the one I'm going to be wanting to do something about.
I'm fine. Take the others.
Why is everybody so far away?
He's looking like, how big are these things? Like,
It's like
okay,
Cat-sized, Chihuahua-sized.
flying guinea pig sized. Like
Flying guinea pig. Yep.
all right.
I'm gonna have to take 2 actions to move there because you're exactly 30 feet away from me. But I shall do so. You have proven to be a boon companion. I see no reason to allow you more suffrage.
I can kill this one.
That's fine. I am of very close range, and
Well,
the rest are very far away.
Listen, Ed, we have no doubts that you are able to handle this by yourself, but just because you can handle a situation by yourself does not mean you have to.
I have a feeling that the glare of intimidation will not particularly have much effect on insects.
his eyes definitely are just like, but it's more of like a, how dare you?
I shall.
My wolf, and you let it. How dare you?
I mean, if Ada's like legit, like I got this, don't touch it. I was like, I'll respect that.
He's like, he's not going to stop you, but he's just
because
he's trying to be like, don't worry about me. Like,
I'm not worried about
go ahead and kill it.
Yeah,
but...
I'm not. Yeah, okay. Because it's like it's literally because I can't attack anything else.
Well then, okay.
You
may aid.
Is the fact that it's attached to aid reason for me to be concerned about using a bastard sword?
Oddly enough, no. And in fact, the creature is flat-footed while it is attached, so you're going to have a bonus.
Okay, because I was going to say if it is, I could always just bash it with my shield.
Well, consider my +7 acrobatics, meaning that I can easily move out of the way of your bastard sword as you swing at this thing and position it just so.
Sword of justice. My lord has left me this day.
You pulled the blow a little bit too much because you were scared of hurting him. And
And then, the glint of the sun on the blade, and I'm like, oh, yes, the light of my love. Oh, yeah, I'm killing something. Too many things happening.
All right, so you had to move twice and once.
Yeah, that was my last action.
Okay, so you got booped.
But at least I am now taking a defensive stance next to my fellows.
Like that. All right, I'm killing something. Right.
Next Bloodseeker.
I was so distracted by the light of my lord before me.
Didn't you name them like something like Blood Giver? Like, like they're friendly, they're here to help us.
No, we have to be very specific that they're evil creatures, otherwise we get too sympathetic, like the beaver last week.
I think mindless giant mosquitoes are a much more acceptable target.
Yeah.
Than just the orcs that are just trying to live on this island.
Yes.
Everybody agrees that mosquitoes are evil. Like, that's just...
I mean, they are still important to the ecosystem, but they don't need to be the size of a horse.
Tell me exactly how.
They're food for spiders.
This is true. And fish.
Yeah.
They are evil?
Birds. No, why they are necessary.
I mean, I think that making them the size of like a small horse and having them attack your wolf, that's a bridge too far.
Well, I'll see how well this one does on Sir Sal. And again, I had to use 2 moves to get to you because you were just 1 square too far away. All right.
Good job, Sir Sal. Good job.
14's not going to hit either, is it?
Oh, Lord, no.
All right, so it's buzzing around you, but it is not attached.
You guffaw at it.
You dare attempt to pierce the holy skin of Sir Saluini.
All right, Liam, there's one up in your face, but it is, again, it had to move a lot to get to there.
Yes, it did. I was hoping to shoot the bugger. But, it's not far.
Hey, do you need a flying mount?
I don't think it's quite big enough. It's close, but not quite. All right.
Saddle on it.
Yeah. All right. Liam is going to pull out his thunder mace because Liam was definitely not walking around with his weapon out. So I will interact.
Quite dangerous.
I will interact. It sounds more dangerous than it actually is. But yeah, so I will interact as my first action to pull out my mace. I will get it over my head and try to swat the grossness out in front of me.
A 6 is not quite going to cut it, however.
Oh, I'm just the worst. I'm just the worst. I can't hit anything.
Then a thick Irish accent. I'm just the worst. They're probably worse now.
Well, I think given that this thing is close to my size, Liam is going to stride in a fleeing motion. So he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Is that all I can move? I can move 25, I think.
I mean, we could have flanked it, but...
He's too busy like, get off me.
He is bravely running away.
Yep. I'll run over to that tree there.
I'm ran away.
And that will be my turn.
All right,
That's all 3
1, 2,
actions.
3. All right.
Bravely ran
Phil.
away.
Let's see.
Danger reared its ugly head, bravely turned his tail and fled. Brave, Sir Liam.
Well, I think that Phil is going to... I'm going to stride up here just to get Bass between myself and the mosquito, just so it can't potentially flank me with the other one in a minute. At least not as easily. With my remaining 2 actions, I'm going to grab the dueling cape and then use it to give myself a circumstance bonus on AC. And then I'm just going to stand by and then go on the offensive next round.
Gotcha.
Is salivating a free action for him, or does he have to declare that?
He's like
right.
a little bit of spice, some paprika, perhaps. And,
Yes, you're starting to run recipes.
yeah. Like thinking about what do we have back at the larder that would pair well with this?
And again, if these were intelligent creatures, that would totally be an intimidate check, like just running through how you're going to cook and eat them. All right, Aid, you have a bug attached to you.
Yes, so I'm going to use my acrobatics to escape.
All right.
An 8 plus 7. 15.
Escape. This is against listed escape DC. Okay. So sorry, what was your total?
15.
15, not enough. It is latched on tight.
Well, knowing I'm going to take some bleed damage, I still want to... I'm just going to... So drawing weapon is an action if I don't have it out already. Okay, so I'm going to draw my longsword.
And I should also point out that the escape action has the attack trait, so it will increment your multi-attack penalty. So if you do make another attack, it's going to count as your second attack.
Ooh.
Oh.
Or you can try to escape again if you want. But it'll be at that same -5 penalty.
Yeah, I'm going to escape. I'm going to try and escape again.
All right.
I don't want this thing on me. Okay, that's better. 16 plus 7.
So
-5?
23 and then -5. So 18.
18.
You have hit the DC exactly.
Oh.
So you work the legs off of you, and it sort of detaches and hovers in your square still.
Okay. I won't draw my sword then. So then what I will do is once we get it off, I'll just kind of move out of the way so that Bass can come in and bite at it. So I will...
you would have to use your third action to give him actions this turn.
I have to do that every turn?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Okay, I'll use that action. Yeah, I'll whistle at Bass to... Like, as I drop it off, I go... Which he will do. So he will pop over there. And he's going to chompity chomp at this nasty.
Right. Bring it. Oof.
Yeah. Nope.
Mine's not going to cut it. All right.
You're almost as slippery as Phil.
Well,
almost, but not quite. One of me.
All right, so that was 2 escapes, order your pet. Oh, Bass moved and attacked, so you should be done.
How does the support benefit work? The automatic and reactive ability it says? If he bites it.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it says when you tears till starting your next turn, your strikes that damage creature. Strikes that damage creatures your wolf threatens. Give the target a -5 foot. So if I hit something, okay, never mind. Yeah, it doesn't apply right now.
Okay. I'm going to roll a D20 because it was currently eating aid, but Bast is bit at it. So I'm going to see which one he's going to go after. So 1 to 10, it's on you, and 11 to 20, it's on Bast. 1 to 10 is going to go back for you. You swat it away and it's going to re-land just like an annoying fly would. All right.
So attractive.
19, I have attached.
Oof.
Not great. Not ideal.
My DC keep resetting.
And then once I have attached, I can just spend actions to start sucking blood. This is great. Didn't even have to move.
No, it's not. But,
I mean, not so great for you, but I'm loving this. So I'm just going to use 2 more actions to suck some blood. So you are going to take 6 points of damage.
Ooh.
And I gain some temporary hit points. Which I'm just going to track there. And I'm done. And it is happily just chugging away now. Sir Sal, you've got 1 in your square, and you can see that one is feasting on aid.
Sir
Yes.
Sal. Another try, perhaps.
Indeed.
Again,
All the right child.
So while it is feeding, it is flat-footed. So its AC is reduced.
22.
22 is a hit, not a crit. That is too bad.
6
And
slashing.
6 slashing. So you note that it looks like it should have been a killing blow, but one of its blood sacs bursts instead.
Mm.
Oh.
Disgusting.
That's slightly less appetizing than what I had hoped.
Very gross.
So it looked like it had bulked up a little bit while feeding on aid, and you've now taken care of that bulk.
On second thought, I think I may have lost my appetite.
But that's only 1 strike. So
I was going to say, I suppose I can just swing again, eh?
Yep.
Might as well give it a shot. That's a 7.
That is less good.
We can't kill bugs.
Yeah.
Listen, we're level 1, okay? It's
Okay, we
We'll
still.
get there.
we almost died to a beaver, okay? I feel like I'm better off just raising my shield at this point than bothering with a 3rd attack.
Very good.
So I shall brace the shield up as a bulwark of holy golden light.
Sounds good. All right. That Bloodseeker sees his natural enemy, the giant frog. He'll take an action to move into your square.
No!
You killed my father.
So, something that I've been doing wrong, and that a friend who's been keeping up with the VODs pointed out to me. Apparently, I'm supposed to make my nimble dodge reaction before the attack, so I will be doing that for this attack.
Okay.
So a +2 circumstance bonus to my AC.
Got it. So I'm going to roll the 25 and attach anyway.
Yeah, nothing I can do about that.
You're like, I'm so, oh crap.
With all the other defenses I put in place.
All right, so he drains 1 hit point from you.
This is not how the food chain is supposed to go.
Hey, where's my guy? I need to get my temp hit points here. Oh, doesn't want to go on top. Oh well. Move, attach, drain. He's done. And the one that's on Sir Sal is going to try to attach. So your shield is up, right?
Yes.
All right.
Shield's up.
Harder. Ooh, that one.
Nice try.
You are too crunchy a target. He is going to buzz away.
Yes, it is difficult to penetrate the holy flesh that lies beneath the holy steel.
Oh, perfect. Let's go.
Despite it being holy.
No. Get away.
He's going to come over and bug you instead. You look much squishier. You got bare arms and stuff. Look at this. This is my second attack for the turn, so...
Come on.
On the die.
Come on.
The good news is that is my third action, so I can't actually do any blood drain this turn, but it is attached.
Get it off. Get it off.
Well, it's your turn to do something about it.
So I could try to escape.
So the escape DC is pretty high. It's 18.
So I can go acrobatics or athletics, which I believe I am trained in one of those.
Or an unarmed attack.
Or unarmed, yeah.
What would my unarmed be? My unarmed would be +3. Whereas my acrobatics would be +2, so I'm doing an unarmed fist.
No,
You punch it.
Yep. All right. So it's attached to you. So if you move, it's going to move with you. Oh, hang on. Just might have to retcon this slightly. I forgot to roll my flat check because you are in the bushes.
Oh. Yeah, I am.
I need a 5 or better on this D20. Okay, I'm good.
Dang.
Carry on.
Dice are screwing me again.
Bushes of love.
Hey, it was only an 8 that time.
All right. I think.
Bushes of love. Therefore you are.
I think if it's on my other arm, I am going to try to swat it away with my thunder mace.
Very good. So regular old attack. This is still
This
will
is
count
attack
as
number 2.
Yep.
Does a 15 hit? It doesn't hit, does it?
It is attached. It is flat-footed. You have hit it for 1 damage.
1 damage.
All right. Let me just get this guy. He's now that.
It's 1 less damage than I had previously.
There. Now you're sharing the square.
And then I think with that, Liam is feeling vulnerable in the bushes. So Liam is going to take his last action to stride. 5, 10, 15, 20 to get down to Sir Salueni.
All right.
Recognizing the thing's going to come with me probably, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah. It's attached to you.
It's
so
still
yeah,
attached, yeah.
It's along for the ride.
Didn't he hit it off?
No, I just attacked it.
Oh,
So the first attempt was an escape. The second attempt was an attack.
Right.
Didn't you hit it off? Yeah, they're getting along so great now. Look at them.
Hey, they were in the bush. They were in the bushes of love. So
They're inseparable.
Inseparable, yeah.
All right.
insufferable.
Slippery Phil.
Okay, so it's an acrobatics check to escape then, right?
Correct.
Or
Acrobatics,
Athletics
still be-
or
Acrobatics,
Unarmed.
athletics, or an unarmed strike, whichever is your best.
I think acrobatics is probably my best bet right now.
Flax dodge or punch it off, basically.
Yeah. Oh, you do the thing where you flex the muscle of the mosquitoes biting and watch
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
16 anything?
16, not quite enough.
Right. Well,
These jerks are clingy.
I'm guessing that if I attempt again this round, there will be some sort of penalty.
So it'll take your normal multi-attack penalty.
Oh, because that counts as an attack, right?
Yes. So now at this point, if you want to attack, you'll
bugs.
also take the multi-attack penalty. Like if you want to start hitting it.
Yes. And I'm guessing that because it's attached onto me, my AC is basically useless right now, right?
It is able to feed as an action, yes.
Screw it. Okay, I'll try to escape again then.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's a 14. So nice knowing you guys.
All right, that's 2 escape attempts. What else have you got?
I will stride. It
appears
over here.
Slippery Phil has become far less slippery than he credits himself.
We're all just piling around Sir Salueni.
Hey,
we have to protect him. He's been through a lot.
This is also true.
I'm going to throw a gimme at you, Slippery Phil, due to your... roll me a nature check.
Okie dokie. That's going to be a big old 2.
2. Okay, carry on. You are panicking because you have a giant bug attached to you. You cannot think clearly. You get no gimmies with a 2. All right, 8 is up.
I think that just a reversal of fortune is really what's getting to him right now.
Right. I will escape.
Yeah.
So +7. That is a 12 + 7.
19's enough.
So it's a 19. So as it falls off of me,
And this one's hurt too.
I will draw my longsword and just attempt to
whack it
right in half. Yeah. So this is going to be second attack, right?
Did you have your longsword out already, or you used your bow first? So it'd be an action to swap weapons, and then.
That's what I did. Yeah. So this then my attack's my third. So, so this is just straight roll.
So yeah, this will be your.
Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Yay. And that is 1d8 + 2 slashing.
Murderize it.
That's 4, 5, 6 points of slashing damage.
Squish that bug into.
I like to picture as I managed to kind of flick it off, and right as I flicked it off, I pulled the sword, just slice it right as it goes in midair off of my arms.
I'm going to give you a freebie as well. Roll a nature check for me.
I'm good at these. Maybe +5. 14 + 5, so 19.
You noted they were flying near the water, but not over the water. You suspect if someone were to submerge themselves, that might force it to detach.
That's what I was just about to do.
Perfect.
That was going to be my next move.
So, as a free, I just look at Liam and go, water.
Of course, it seems so
I'll
obvious now.
I'll say it in Elven, gotta away.
All right, Sir Sal.
Yeah, I hate for any of your non-Elvish speaking allies to find out how to avoid getting killed by these things.
It's because it's my natural language, so I speak it faster. I think in your native tongue.
Well, the good news is Liam goes before you, so you'll see what happens when you dive in the water. And
yeah.
All right, Sir Salueni is up. You're currently on the line.
Yes. These creatures have perturbed us for far too long. And now they shall taste the blessed steel. With a 17.
17 will hit.
Ha ha!
Hey.
5 slashing damage.
5 slashing is enough to kill that one. I'm sorry, which one were you going for, Liam?
I will go for the one on Slippery Phil. He seems to be having some trouble with that one.
Okay, then 5 is not enough to kill that one.
Get it off.
Mm-hmm.
It's super hurt, but it's still there.
A 4 will not.
That is not going to cut it.
Oi. Oi, oi, oi. Geez, what else is there? I mean, most of my stuff requires intelligent minds.
You could use the aid another to help one of them on their escape check, as an example.
Is
That would be an action plus a reaction.
Yes.
Yeah, I
an
want
action on this.
I prefer to hold on to my reaction
Okay.
because it's very useful.
One of those
mean-
reaction videos. You wait for them.
Yeah. Sally when he reacts.
To getting eaten alive by giant mosquitoes.
Had to click subscribe.
Smash that bell.
Like, subscribe, for the love of God, please help me.
I mean, I can't attempt to pull these things from them, can I?
You could try. It'll still count as a third attack if you want.
I see. Okay. I'm better off just attacking them then, if that's the case.
Probably.
I mean, hey, why not? We'll do a swing number 3, and maybe it'll go well. Weirder things have happened. 14.
14. They're both attached, meaning they're flat-footed. So that's a hit. Which one are you going to kill?
Heck yes. The one on Slippery Phil.
Slippery Phil.
My
All right.
boon frog companion.
So you have killed that one while it was feeding. So Slippery Phil is going to take a bleed from that. Proboscis
Well.
kind of snaps off.
It's the thought that counts.
Violently separate the two of them. Where's a good thing for bleed? I thought there was like a blood drops. Oh, here's a bleeding eye. That'll do. You're now bleeding.
Ew.
I
Hooray.
can close that wound.
All right, so that was 1, 2, 3 strikes.
Yes,
on
I
the
am.
ground.
I am set up.
You're it.
All right. Well, this guy is happily slurping away on our poor halfling.
Juice box.
He only gets a half pint.
uh,
Okay, that was pretty good.
oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
So who has had blood drained by these things?
I
What a
have.
question.
Do
What
we
a
have to roll
question.
for fantasy malaria?
No.
Oh, no.
But whoever has had blood drained is going to have the drained condition.
Did I have? I did.
You
You
did,
did. So
Bass did, and Phil
Baz
did.
did.
Yep.
I
you're
haven't
all
yet.
drained. You're all drained 1.
What does
Oh.
that mean, Ian?
Let's look up the drained condition. Drained will always have a number associated with it. Has a value. Take a status penalty equal to your drained value on constitution-based checks such as fortitude saves.
Mhm.
Also lose a number of hit points equal to your level times the drained value. So 1 off, and your max hit points is reduced by the same amount.
Mm-hmm. My max hit point is down to 15. My fortitude is down to a +4 now.
This game is really doing everything in its power to separate me from my hit points.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, this one that's attached on Liam is going to he's going to wreck your day.
Yes.
He's just going to do 3 actions of just bloodletting. So only 6 hit points drained. You're drained 1, and I end up with some temp hit points. Now, the good news is I don't end up with the sum of the temp hit points because each is an individual action. So I just get the best of those. But this one's now bulked up. You're drained. And now it's your turn. It is still attached.
I mean, this is uncomfortable. So Liam is going to stride 5, and then he's going to, well, I don't know. Would I have to jump into the water, or do I just run into the water?
count it as difficult terrain, so it's 2 squares for each water square until you're
Okay, because I
basically
noticed.
once you're. So
I
that
noticed- Sorry.
was okay.
Go ahead.
So you went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should get you deep enough there because you're a small guy.
Okay.
So that will get you under the water. Now let's look at why did I do this to myself? Swimming. How do you swim in this game?
So it's an athletics.
One arm in front of
It's
the
an
other.
athletics check, and it is an action.
Yeah, so move action to swim, move equivalent action to swim. It's not turbulent or otherwise dangerous. Most calm water you can succeed without. Okay, so to spend an action to swim in calm water. This is definitely calm water.
So am I 2 actions in at this point? Because I strode.
You strode and then take an action to swim down.
You strewed.
It has detached as soon as you break the surface of the water.
I guess it doesn't like long walks on the beach.
You must
It
breathe.
swims.
Just hold your, oh boy. All right, so now you're holding your breath.
Okay.
Let's see what that means.
Excuse me.
Let's look at drowning. Maybe that one. Drowning and suffocation. You can hold your breath for a number of rounds equal to 5 plus your constitution modifier. Recall that you are drained 1. So that'll be down by 1. Reduce your air by 1 at the end of each of your turns, or 2 if you attack or cast a spell. So you have 5 plus constitution.
So I have 7.
And then -1 for being drained. So 6.
Okay.
And then at the end of each turn, you take 1 off.
Okay.
And then you take off more if you do stuff on your turn. So right now you have 1 action left and you're currently swimming under the water and it has detached itself. So what would you like to do with your last action?
Hero.
You can swim further if you want, or
I think that is what I will continue doing. So, well, yeah, I'll go 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay.
And I will stay underwater.
All right. And this one is now flying over the water where it does not like being. All right. And you are swimming. All right. So now, end of your turn, take 1 off of your number of turns of holding breath.
Now, is there a...
You could use your green bubble on your token just to count if you
Oh,
want.
yeah, let's do that. Okay.
So you started with 5 plus constitution, and then subtracted 1 for drain, and then subtract 1 at the end of your turn. So whatever that.
Okay.
I will give you the stopwatch to remind us that you're swimming. You're on the clock. All right. That was exciting. Slippery Phil, what have you got? You are bleeding. Let me see.
Yeah.
Bleed
Grab
takes-
it with your tongue.
So bleed
Yeah, let's
damage.
make a little tourniquet.
So bleed will tick at the end of your turn.
Okay.
It is persistent damage. So basically at the end of your turn, you're going to roll a flat check to see if you clear the bleed on your own, I think.
A flat
DC
constitution check.
No, it's just a straight DC 15 flat check.
Oh, so literally just D20.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna do a performance check to try and get some panache. I'm gonna take out the grappling hook and just do some more fancy lasso tricks with it. 19.
19, and that's against my will DC. You have succeeded.
Yes. Is there some sort of like status that's supposed to happen as a result of that? Because I see it says something about like if the opponent is fascinated.
How do you
Uh,
fascinate a
that's-
bug?
Well, I mean, it's never come up before, so I just thought I would ask now.
Let me just double check that.
It's like a moth to light. It's just like dazed by it, like ooh.
I mean, I've got just like a spurting wound, just spraying blood out of the top of my head. That might entice.
I mean,
him.
that might. Oh, mon Dieu.
All right, so this is
Not
part
supposed to
of
happen.
your panache. Oh, I was just there. No. This is part of your being a, which kind of swashbuckler are you?
Battle dancer.
Battle dancer. There we go. Fascinating. And this is your fascinating performance when you perform. So it is fascinated by you. So you're distracting enough that it takes a -2 status penalty to perception and skill checks. And it cannot use actions with the concentrate trait.
Kind of funny.
Probably not something that's going to be massively applicable to this guy, but
So basically, so think it's focused on you, so it can't concentrate on anything but you. So if it does something that will affect you, then it can do that, but it can't use those concentrate abilities on other creatures.
Right. Okay.
First
And
they
then I'm gonna
cling
make
to
it a-
you, and then it's
I'm going to
like
make it an
so
attack
fixed
roll
on you.
with the grappling hook. I'm going to attempt to grapple this thing to immobilize it and keep it from latching on to anyone else. Oops.
All right.
I'm going to drop my D20 on the floor and then not know where it is. Found it. 17.
17 is
Yes,
a
no,
hit.
maybe. Okay. So it's grappled. And with his remaining action, he is just going to give himself another little AC boost with his dueling cape.
Okay.
I've got the live one.
At the end.
Is this how you say fly fishing?
All right. So you take 1 point of bleed and then
Okay.
roll a flat check to see if you can clear that condition.
All right. So 1 point of bleed. That's a 16. Is
16.
that
You are no longer bleeding.
oh,
Just like that.
mon Dieu.
But you are still
Drained.
drained 1. We'll remember that. Okay. The good news is the drain off these guys doesn't require much. You just need to heal. But not during combat, not easily. All right. Slippery Phil's got it held, which means that it's flat-footed. It is Aid's turn.
All right, so it's hanging out over the water there.
Yeah, but you are in an adjacent square, so you can still hit it.
Okay.
It's sort of in the shallow stuff there.
Okay. I will. I will hunt prey to add my precision D8 to this thing. So I'm gonna long sword it here. This is +5, 11, 12, 13, so 16.
16, and it is flat-footed. You have hit.
I have hit. All right. So this is 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14 points of slashing damage.
And it is dead.
Hey.
Falls into the water.
I just I picture like it's more precision instead of like the angry. Now it's more just like I just kind of reach out, just like heads off.
Yep. And the grapple sort of falls into the water with it. Sploosh. All right. Well, that was exciting. That's way more fun.
He's just going to start hand over hand, just reeling it back in. I mean, I know I said that I lost my appetite, but waste not, want not, no.
So clearly, we're just in fantasy Canada right now. We're fighting wild beavers and giant blood-sucking mosquitoes. Like, just
Yeah, you're in fantasy Northern Ontario.
Yeah.
what is this place, Muskoka?
Isn't that just the Heartlands?
It's Muskokwa? Is that where we are?
All right.
Markham.
So you guys, do you want to do any first aid or any of those?
Oh, yes.
Yes,
things?
please.
Would be a good idea, I think.
Definitely.
Spend some time here doing some.
Can I first aid myself again?
Yeah.
Hot diggity daffodil.
I will. I'm trained in medicine.
All right, so
I'd like to administer first aid to myself and
that's what we roll, right? Is medicine?
yeah, medicine check. So this is treat wounds. If
Okay.
you're following along at home. So medicine check of DC 15.
Ugh.
Blech.
Well, the good news is they aren't critical fails, so you're not damaging the people, but neither one of those succeeds.
The light of the Lord of the Sun shall bless one of us during our time of need. Who best would require this blessing?
You got a 22 in my medicine check for Bass.
Okay, so that a 20. So he will heal 2d8.
I've got a +0 to medicine, and I only technically lost like 3 hit points. I'm kind of wondering if it's worth the risk.
Don't make it worse. It's like, this should stop the bleeding. Oh no, there goes my arm. So sorry, Bass heals 2d8.
2d8, and he is no longer drained as well.
All right, well, I just rolled a 3 and he only needs to
Right.
heal
I guess
3,
I
so-
should. I guess I should try to first aid just to get rid of the drain condition, right?
And then can I do another medicine check on myself?
Yes, it'll take 10 minutes per, but yes, you can do these.
I think we're sitting right
So
here.
chilling out here in the woods right now. So
Oh, that's even better. That's a 23 this time, or an 18.
yeah, again, 2d8.
Maybe I should start using this instead of my physical dice. I'm using the Path Builder.
It's only a critical fail if I roll a 1, right?
Nope. 5 or
So-
less.
Ooh.
I get
Okay,
2d8. It's 5, and
I mean,
I get 12 back.
so I have
if
like a
get
25% chance to just injure myself doing this.
Would you prefer if I were to lay my hands upon you, Slippery Phil?
That gets rid of drain, you said? Sorry.
Magnifique.
Very good. I shall abstain from closing my own horribly oozing wounds and instead close your own.
Well, I mean, you seem more roughed up than
It is
myself.
done.
I'll figure out another. Oh,
It is done.
I forgot that you can only do that a set number of times.
6. I could do it once every 10 minutes.
You're an amphibian. Can't you grow back limbs and stuff? Come on.
You gain 6 HP.
And
So I did
that gets rid of the drain, or
Yes.
I feel kind of selfish now. I was more just doing sort of a cost benefit analysis of myself.
Do not worry, for the burden of these wounds is a burden that I shall carry with honor.
Can we
For it
not?
is by defending you that I have achieved these great scars.
All right. So Liam has had treat wounds attempted on him. Has Sir Sal? I don't think anyone's tried to treat.
I attempted to treat my own.
Oh,
wounds,
treat your
but I
own.
got
Yeah,
a
that's-
12.
Gotcha. That's right. Okay. So we spend 20 minutes here. Aid treats his own wounds. He treats Bass's wounds. Sir Sal lays hands on Slippery Phil, and the other two of you are still drained 1. I think that's where we're at.
Well, if
Yep.
it's a treat wound,
and-
so we're here for 20 minutes because
Each
Aid,
treat wounds takes 10 minutes, and Aid did 2 of them on himself and then on Bass.
So after I failed the first one, I have to wait.
You have to wait an hour.
Oh, right. That's right. Okay.
Aid wolf and aided wolf.
You have to wait an hour once a person has been treated. That person must now wait an hour before they can be treated again.
Right. Okay.
So one person can treat multiple people for 10 minutes each time, but once each person has been treated, it's
They have to wait an hour.
before they
That's
can be
right.
treated again.
That's right.
I think there is a later feat where you can treat multiple people within the same 10 minutes, which is kind of handy. But
That would be handy. Yep.
Sorry. Do you require some healing still?
Well, me and Sir Sal do, but nobody can treat us for 40 minutes.
As I have said, I gladly bear the burdens and the injuries obtained from defending my fellow companions. For they are the proof that I am performing actions of just and trueness.
I have a potion, but perhaps that should be saved.
Let us not waste what has been given to you in such times when we are not in dire straits.
So no. Not use it. Okay. You say many words for little.
Oh, bright child spontaneously exploded in the sky if we should use the potion immediately. There, you see, we are good.
Is that how you make all of your decisions?
The bright child will always point me in the direction that I should follow.
I'm just saying that I feel like there are easier
He just
ways
looks
to...
up at the sun like,
Sun has not yet exploded, and thus we still live.
all right.
Fair.
I think the potion would be the least of our worries if it did.
The good news is at the far side of this bog, you can see that there is the remains of an outer wall. Like it could be a city wall. So you're definitely getting to somewhere good at this point. Beyond this, you can definitely pick out ruins. However, it has been hundreds of years in a very rapid growth environment like a jungle. So there's been lots and lots of deadfall and humus and just accumulation over the years, and a lot of this stuff is just buried under turf and jungle now. But there is the occasional, section of wall standing, or you can make out the road still somewhat, or bits and pieces here and there. So there is still discernible stuff to see, but there's nothing particularly intact at this point, and it is still outskirts somewhat sparse. You're getting into higher density of buildings now.
are we in exploration?
Yes.
I have my survey wildlife feat
Okay.
that I remembered. So I can study details in the wilderness to determine the presence of nearby creatures. Spend 10 minutes assessing the area around you to find out where creatures are nearby based on nests, scat marks, and vegetation. Attempt a survival check against a DC determined by the GM based on how obvious the signs are. So I can get an idea of, if there's other bloodsuckers around or kind of.
Okay.
So
yeah, sure.
A definitely wants to do that and be like, is there anything else that's chilling here that we need to be wary of?
Okay. Yeah. So roll that survival check, and I'll just quickly look at my.
Go ahead and do that, and
Which would be quite difficult for anything to be chilling,
good. That is
basking in the glorious heat of our Lord.
That is a 20.
Okay.
You have successfully found the path.
Yes.
There we go. We can pack it up. We can all go.
GG.
That's like 2
See you,
sessions.
everybody.
So every party needs a ranger. Apparently, that's what it boils down to. Then you can just win this.
Sorry. Wait, are rangers useful in this game? This is breaking.
Uncharted territory. Yeah. There you go. There's your Pathfinder endorsement.
Got That's all they got us is like Pathfinder. We done make Rangers good.
So what you do find is a distinct lack of larger wildlife and signs of hunters. So the occasional stray arrow or boot marks, a chop mark in the tree that is not from a claw, but from some sort of edged weapon.
And these are fresh or these are ancient?
Not ancient, but ranging from the last couple of, like from months old to within the last couple of days.
Okay.
To old, even older.
And these don't look like, so the orcs that we saw they had very primitive.
It matches up with the kinds of things they were carrying for sure.
Does it? Okay. All right.
Broken javelin, that kind of thing.
Okay. And sorry, what kinds of, you said there was animal?
No large
signs
animals.
Okay.
No large animal signs. Like they have been hunted out.
Okay. Picking up one of the kind of the broken javelin bits, or looking at one of the marks. I will call Liam over.
Yes, what have you got?
And in Elvish. Not to hide it from the others, just this is my language, so it's easier for me to speak. Yeah.
Eloquent in Elvish.
Those orcs, they had weapons pretty much identical to these. Some of these signs are recent. It would appear that the orcs have been hunting around these ruins. There aren't any large animals. There's small ones, but hunted out. I think the orcs frequent. So we should be on our guard in case there are more lying about here.
Lovely.
If you wouldn't mind passing that on to the others. You speak the common tongue easier than I do.
Yes, I've noticed. Liam will go and somewhat quietly, not trying to be stealthy, but just not shouting it from his current position. He'll go
Hey, there's orcs!
Hey guys, keep an eye out. No, he won't do that. He will go to Sir Sal and to Slippery Phil and let them know.
Oh my God, those guys are pirates. We gotta tell everybody. Hey, you guys are pirates. I miss Nun Piece. Right, so orcs in the area.
And
this is a shocking amount of detail. Orcs, you say?
Yes.
I'm just like, I'm a ranger. This is what I do.
In that case, we should be on guard, no?
Does anyone want to change up their exploration activity based on that new information?
I raise my shield.
I think I'd like to bring everybody into the school of moving with stealth, if everyone's in agreement on that.
I would, of course, like to bring my doctor's note for that class, written on the loud clanking plates of my armor. Perhaps I should walk out into the open as bait while the rest of you sneak up and stab them from behind.
I second this plan. It's a good plan.
I mean, the way that you said it does not make it sound like a very good plan. Could we do one with less...
I fear that I shall not be of much use to you if our intent is to sneak.
Fair
the
point.
wars that I have fought in, I was never part of the guerrilla warfare. It was more of a scream and charge.
Well, if there's no other way...
I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue my scouting, kind of moving ahead, looking for danger.
I think if we rely upon Aid's aid to allow for us to discover if there is any hostilities,
that gives us the circumstance bonus if we.
Yes.
you would get attacked. So
yeah, I figure as long as Aid is scouting, I mean, if Aid fails the scout and we get ambushed, at least, you know, I'm in defense mode and I can hopefully deal with that. And the rest of you might still be stealthed enough to, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying I'm going to be charging and tramping through the jungle, but I feel like if Aid comes back and says it's clear, I will continue on. And I feel like the rest of the party can just stealthily follow me. And that way, if combat occurs, because somehow Aid missed whatever is up ahead, the fire will mostly be directed towards me and the rest will still be stealthed. And then we can kind of ambush their ambush.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's a better plan than me trying to stealth and then them being aware that there's very clearly a loud trumping paladin working their way through the jungle.
I mean, yeah, when you lay it out like that, it does make a certain amount of sense.
Yes, well, I am a veteran of many wars. We have strategized such in the past.
So the good news is there is a feature up ahead that Aid does scout out and draws your attention for sure, because it's definitely the most intact looking building you've found so far. And it actually looks like you've gotten to like the city center. So there is a number of very evident ruins here. And then there is finally some intact pieces of buildings. Like there's fully upright walls. And there is one building that looks like it is collapsed over onto a second building. Can I get everyone to roll me perception, or does Liam have like alchemy lore or anything like that?
That was so I do have lore, but it's just for terrain. And I was supposed to pick terrain, and I haven't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, does everyone roll a perception then?
Perception.
Very good.
Oh, that actually was very good.
dang, that's a 20.
That was a 17
20.
for a total of 22.
It was almost an 18 plus 7, but it's a 13 plus 7, so still good.
Perception.
Holy cow. All right. So
We are very perceptive.
So you guys all like immediately hone in on this building, and you all pick out that it looks like half of the building sort of got blasted outwards, which pushed the other half down onto neighboring buildings. So there is an upper floor that looks like it is sort of collapsed or domino style and sort of skidded across. So you can see that there's rubble, and then like an intact second or third floor that's sitting on top of a completely distinct building. So looks like there's an intact upper floor to explore that may give you access into this building that it's sitting on top of. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Does it look traversable with like climbing gear?
Not even climbing gear. Like it's like picture like if you got a deck of cards and sort of smush them across the table, so you can sort of go up the deck of cards basically.
Cool. So I
You're
can
kind of
Legolas
just
it.
climbing precariously up the debris.
So it's picky rubble, but there's also like it's sort of filled in a little bit with jungle debris. So it's difficult terrain, but it shouldn't even be like technically
Legolas
climbing.
Yeah.
Basically.
Difficult terrain is less of an issue when we're not actively fighting something at the same time, right?
Yep. So you sort of get to the
I'm a
top.
mumble elf.
Oh.
And so you've been traveling in this direction, climbing up. So you're now, this sort of plateau area you're standing on here is probably about 15 or 20 feet off of the jungle floor. And you've been climbing up this direction. And this is where you're getting access into the building itself. So you've been traveling for a while. At this point, if you want to attempt more medicine checks to treat wounds, you can do that again now.
Oh, I should probably do that.
Would
Heck
you?
yes.
So
So
would you
Liam
like me
and
to?
Sir Seth.
Would you like me to attempt it, DM? Send to your wounds.
Liam is also trained, but sure, it failed the last time, so he'll let Aid try this
What's
time.
your? I have a +5. What do you have?
Same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But go for it, because I failed last time. And you're rolling like crazy today.
I mean, that's a natural 20 plus 5, so that's a 25.
So that's a critical success. He heals for 48 damage.
Hey.
I'll feel like, just in case you guys don't believe me, like look at these rolls, man. Can you see this is 25?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Too shabby.
So, are you rolling the health for me, or am I rolling the health?
I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, to someone roll 4d8, which should top you up pretty easily.
/ roll 4d8.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
And that was a success. Sir Sal also treats his own wounds.
Yes,
So
for
2d8.
2d8, yes.
Yeah.
Does that also remove the drained
damn.
condition?
Yes, and drained is now gone as well.
Okay.
You see, AIDS medicine is like, he's got like wild herbs and salves and stuff like that from, made from crushed plants and things, and he's like pulling them out of his pocket and like spits into it and like rubs it together and like fast like licks it, and like puts it on your wounds and
to
stuff,
sterilize.
Meanwhile, Sir Sal is like pulling out proper like military grade tourniquets and bandages, and he's like in the span of like 10 minutes, he's just completely wrapped his arm and repolished his armor and washed all the blood off.
All right. So in this first area, you can see there's a couple of open doors into corridors here, and this you can see the remains of it was an intricate mosaic tiled floor. It looks like it was very in your time this would be an expensive job. So it looks like it was definitely a fancy looking room. And sort of along the tops of the walls of a few remaining, so these interior walls here, there's still a little bit of a fresco remaining.
Hmm.
What does the fresco depict?
Well,
can we make it out, or is it sort of an abstract?
It's
Fresca, actually.
So you can see the most intact part is here where it's most sheltered. And it is a figure sort of in a arms outstretched T-pose kind of thing with its head tilted back, its mouth open wide, and this aura or emission coming out of its mouth up into the air.
I wonder if this is at all related to the strange circumstances of how this building was destroyed.
The other thing you do notice,
why is it barfing upwards?
Along these walls, there's also these sort of blasted ash silhouettes of humanoid forms.
Oh.
Also sheltered from the elements all these years. If someone wants to roll Arcana about the odd creature that is barfing an emission.
Do we need to be trained?
No, I'll let an untrained roll on this to see what the luck finds.
Oof.
Yeah, it looks like something that someone more book learned than you would know about. It looks like it's something, but you can't put your finger on it.
That is Puka, the god of barfing.
I don't know that we're dealing with anything god related here. This might just be some really powerful magic user.
Yeah. I think with a 13 is like that looks like something magic is about all you can say. It's not something. It's not a holy site. It's a magical site. That's what you can say with that.
It looks like a bomb went off here, Liam.
Well, not any kind of bomb I throw.
Any sufficiently magical person is indistinguishable from godhood, no?
Well, now you're split hairs. But... All right.
Darcy says it's Puka, god of Upchuck.
Yeah. Puka.
And before we choose whether we're going east or south, this looks like a good place to take a break.
Mm-hmm.
Just quick before they do that, Aid, I want to pick up just a couple of the, like, there's any tiles that are like crushed at all or like little bits.
Yeah, there's definitely loose stuff that you want
to grab a handful of loose, like kind of loose debris and just pocket it.
Pocket sand, got it. All right.
More or less. Yep.
We will be back in a few minutes, and we'll pick up the exploration.
Huzzah!
Looking forward to it.
Huzzah.
Hey, Elderbrain Collective. If you've been enjoying our live stream D&D campaign and want to support us, there are many ways you can do just that, and we would be super grateful. Seriously, it'd be awesome. First, of course, make sure you're following us on Twitch. Once we get our 50 followers goal, we can make our stream even better with subscriber perks. Then, be sure to follow our Twitter account. Subscribe to our YouTube channel where we post stream VODs as well as additional content coming soon. Of course, you can listen to audio transcripts of our stream on Podbean if that's your preference. Of course, you'll miss out on our handsome faces, but you get our incredible voices, so it's pretty good. You want to hang out with the collective and chat D&D and, well, everything else? Head over to our Discord server. It's open to anyone who wants to join. Finally, we've just launched our Patreon page, which is the optimum and best way to support us. That's redundant, optimum is best. Each tier gets you additional perks, including exclusive Discord emotes, monthly digital content, behind-the-scenes info and creature stats, and, for the truly faithful, you can even gain power over the PCs in-game, live on stream, and have an impact on what happens next. I think that's pretty awesome. We'd love your support. You can find the links to all of our sites on our link tree. Check out linktr.ee/elderbrain, linktree/elderbrain. We hope to see you joining us soon as a member of the collective. Happy gaming, everyone.
Whispers in the window are angry waves. Way ho, the sea of souls. Down to the mists as the ocean slaves. Way ho, the sea of souls. Hey ho, the sea of souls. Way ho, the sea of souls. Hoist the sails round the eddies and shoals. Hey ho, it's the sea of souls. Oh, way ho, the sea of souls. Way ho, the sea of souls. Hoist the sails round the eddies and shoals. Hey ho, it's the sea of souls. Hey ho, it's the sea of souls. Sea of souls.
Greetings, wary travelers. My name is Mike, and I will be playing the role of Dinar Neurixius, Dragonborn wizard on the Sea of Souls. Allow me to get into character and we can learn a little bit more about this pale golden dragon. Being chosen is supposed to be a good thing. Chosen by the gods to serve a purpose. However, it can mean facing a life alone. I was born in our homeland, Drakor, in the east. And though these scales are supposed to be a blessing, I was reviled by so many. I could see their jealousy, could feel their stares. My own people shunned me, and so I left. I still drew stares when I arrived in Stormhaven. It's hard to miss these scales. But the dwarves were far more accepting of me. I learned I could put my magic to good use out on the seas, so I served aboard a ship, adding my arcana to their arsenal. Maybe one day I'll return home. Maybe they will welcome me as Verithan's champion. Or at least, as kin. For now, though, life among the Gungrim is good. I am used to standing out here, used to towering over this good folk. But what they lack in size, they make up for in heart.
Hi, I'm Ian, and I play the goblin Flick Dogslicer, an Eldritch Knight fighter. Once upon a time, there was a goblin named Flick. That's me. He was a good egg, but as a recently emancipated man, he didn't necessarily have the finest grasp on the rules of free society, and often ended up on the wrong side of the law. So anyway, I'm in this back alley, minding my own business, rooting through the trash, when this old guy in a blue dress and a big floppy hat with stars and crap all over it comes out of nowhere screaming, "Oh my god, it's a goblin," and starts shooting fire out of his hands at me. So I shanked him. I didn't mean to kill him per se, but, heat of the moment and all that. Now even I knew how this would play out with the guard, so I'm looking for a quick escape. But this old guy didn't even have the courtesy of carrying a coin purse, just this big stupid book. So, yoink, and I beat feet to the pier and sign aboard the first ship that's looking for crew. Long story short, with enough time and patience, even a bozo like me can figure out a little magic from that big old book. I joined a good crew and enjoy my life as a seafaring mercenary, trying to keep ahead of the law and maybe make a coin or two for myself. The end. By Flick.
Greetings, tale seekers and story watchers. I am Devon, medieval enthusiast and D&D veteran since my 11th birthday when I received the 3rd edition starter set. Led to a bit of a collection. I will be playing the part of Tayland Wavesinger, human bard and mariner, master of the weaponized sea shanty. Oh, it'd be alright if the wind was at our sails. Tayland is a man slowly being consumed by his own faults. He drinks far too much, and has quite a ruthless disposition against those he dislikes. But he still tries to do what's right when he can. As for his goals, well, I'll let him tell you. Oh, me name is Tayland Wavesinger, and I quickly tell to you of a man that I am a-hunting across the ocean blue, with power over the sea and sky. Believe me when I say that when I finally find the bastard, it'll be his last day.
In Xanadu did Kubla Khan a stately pleasure dome decree, where Alf, the sacred river, ran through caverns measureless to man. Down to a sunless sea.
Torque is a Tortle barbarian, presumed to be the sole survivor of the Loggerhead tribe. Even by Tortle standards, Torque is a taciturn individual, never deigning to use 5 words where 2 will suffice, and as such has been less than forthcoming in sharing his personal history with his compatriots. What is known of Torque is that he was discovered on a remote island by a passing merchant vessel, having apparently been marooned there for some years in the wake of a shipwreck which destroyed the rest of his tribe. It is for this reason that Torque holds a special reverence for Desfuna, goddess of the ocean, whom he believes spared his life in the ocean storm that decimated his kin. Having spent the better part of a decade in near total isolation, Torque is unfamiliar with the ways of the modern world, and his social skills are somewhat lacking. It is perhaps for this reason that he has chosen to align himself with allies who are blessed in the gift of gab, as he continues on his pilgrimage, the destination of which is unknown even to himself. Hi everyone, my name is Jack, and I am not a professional voice actor or performer by any means. However, I do have a serious passion for tabletop RPGs, and I hope that you enjoy this upcoming game as much as we're going to enjoy playing it.
Hey, Brain Collective.
And we're back. The intrepid party has weathered the giant bugs of the jungle and now have found the ruins they're looking for. Now, it remains to be seen if they can find some souvenirs to take back to Captain Nick. So you have two doors.
But
yeah. He was looking for more archaeological souvenirs, so your pocket sand is actually closer than the bugs.
yeah, there you go.
So we have a door to the east, and we got a door to the south.
My family always traveled east-west, so I think we should go east.
I have no real preference either way, so I'll second that.
Are both doors open? Like they both are?
Yeah.
I recommend.
They look like almost like they're blasted open off their hinges almost. But they're large, sort of sturdy stone doors, so they were definitely kicked open by a force.
We should peek down the way we don't go.
Well, if you want to start moving yourselves, by all means, I will yell at you to stop when you need to.
Okay. So if we're going, we said we're going this door. Okay, Aid will kind of go down and just take a peek.
Okay.
Just take a peek in and look and see if there's anything.
Roll a perception then, because everyone's got dark vision, or some of you have dark vision. I know Aid does for sure.
I do.
I've got it. I took a heritage sheet for it.
Right. So System AM.
I don't think I do.
20.
Okay, on a 20, down that way, you do not hear anything. You definitely make out that there is a set of double doors. You see where I pinged there? And there is a room off to this side, but you can't really see from that angle. And with
I have because I'm a whisper elf. Says as long as I can hear normally, I can use the seek action to sense undetected creatures in a 60-foot cone and get a +2 circumstance bonus to locate undetected creatures that I could hear within 30 feet. So how does seek?
So seek is basically, that is your finding hidden things action. So you scan an area for signs of creatures or objects. If you're looking for creatures, you choose an area you're scanning. I see. So normally it's a 30-foot cone. You've got a 60-foot cone.
Yeah, and I'm looking for orc. I want to see if I can hear any.
You cannot
signs of the orcs.
Any signs of orcs in down that southern hallway.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Seems pretty quiet.
I just kind of turned to the others and just kind of give a nod and.
I hope that's not too specific. You don't hear orcs.
You're half orcs, though. There's hordes of them coming at you.
Goblins, kobolds, beholders.
Mm-hmm.
The dragon, on the other hand. Oh, crap. Darcy says you hear an orc, not orcs.
And he's 10 foot tall.
One really big orc.
Yeah, with a shock of red hair.
He's like 10 feet tall, 10 feet wide. He's built like a wall.
All right, see, everyone's sort of positioned themselves around the doorway, but no one's actually gone through it. I'm impressed.
Rogue's kind of feels like literally pressed up against the wall, peering around the corner.
Yeah, I think Sir Sal has sword and shield at the ready, eyes lightly glowing in the dim light. I will use my military training to take a surveillance of the room beyond and ascertain any and all threats that might lie within.
All right, want to roll a perception check for me and see if you can
I do. I do
I have
want to do that.
moved back at this point, and I've got an arrow knocked, and just down on one knee, just the classic like
19 is pretty good.
19, and that is with Celestial Eyes of Dark Vision.
Is that an album title or like?
Now you should actually be able to see.
I can fight.
And now they all know we're
So
here.
you see there is a room beyond. There are a couple of exits you can make out, but there doesn't appear to be anything in that room, people-wise.
All the doors open. It makes me so uncomfortable as like a veteran player. I'm like, I don't like this. Doors are not meant to be open.
Who was here before us?
I shall make way forth.
Awesome. So from that vantage, you can see definitely there is a set of double doors this way. There's a single door to the south. And this is another room with that same sort of inlaid tiled floor. It almost looks like there is, I better get yes. So there are patterns, like almost waves or chevrons in the mosaic that are sort of pointing an arrow towards the room that you just came out of.
How loud is my armor echoing as I move through this place?
That's a real question.
Like,
It's noticeable that there is someone here. You can sort of hear it echoing.
Should I be concerned that this echo is projecting far into this complex?
Not that far. Like
Okay.
like you're not jumping up and down and shouting. You're just walking, right? So it's not gonna, and it's not a super contained space. Like there are still holes. Like this is sort of a collapsed wall. There's holes through the ceiling in places. So it's not a big old echo chamber or anything.
Okay.
There's lines that have broken through and things like that. So you're feeling okay about that.
I will signal to Aid in complex military hand jargon that he is to examine the first door ahead, and I don't know if Aid will understand that or not.
I'm an elf hunter, probably.
Probably get the gist of it anyway.
So you do see along the tops of this wall, similar to in the room you just came from, there is more of those frescoes. This time, instead of the figure with the exploding head, there are pictures of people walking. They are all sort of dressed in simple gowns or shifts of some sort, carrying baskets of fish and fruit. And they're all sort of walking towards the door that you're coming out of.
Before I go in towards that door, I'm going to take another handful of some of those tiles, like a decent size, and in front of sort of the lip of the door to the south, I'm going to put them on the ground so that in a way that they would crunch if somebody stepped on them.
Yep.
And then I'm going to instruct Bass to, if he hears, like to stay.
Okay.
He hears he's going to stay like off to the side, like inside the door once we go in. And then if he hears like crunch, to come running and get us. And then I will go in.
What is the difference? Is this more of a GM thing on when I would use occultism versus religion?
Yeah, pretty much. It's just a matter of so each.
Or is religion more so like deities, and occultism is like demonic and infernal entanglement?
Yeah, elder gods would be occultism versus gods being religion. Right. So.
Being a champion,
Mm.
trained in the ways of both religion and warfare, would I be able to ascertain these markings if these are religious in their description, or is this more of like a something that you would find similar to like an Egyptian tomb, where it's basically just kind of telling stories or
decorative?
Decorative, yeah.
Sure. Roll a religion check and see if you can. If you.
Well, hey, 15.
Which
With
door
a
did you want me to check
15?
out? By the way, sorry, I never actually got to that door.
The first one on the right.
Okay.
No religious significance to them that you can pick out. It does look very just sort of. Actually, if Liam gets up in there, do you have a light source for Liam? Because I'm pretty sure you don't have dark vision, right?
I don't believe that I do.
I have a torch I can give him.
I believe I also have a torch.
Do my glowing eyes function like little tiny flashlights that I can like?
You just put on the high beams.
Let me see how much light does a torch give off?
Enough.
Bright light in
Right.
20 feet and dim light in 20 feet.
Dim 20, yeah.
Okay.
You can also deal 1d4 bludgeoning damage in one fire.
All right. Liam is now emitting light.
Cool.
Hey, Dinar.
Keep Liam in the back.
Liam.
Keep Lee Am.
That's
in
right.
the back.
That's right.
EM in the back.
Liam, when you get up into that other room, roll a society check.
Okay.
Because you are gonna.
Oh, I can't pass
Probably.
through this door. Why can't I pass through this door?
I think he closed it.
Someone closed it.
Oh,
There we go.
okay.
Wasn't me.
All right. I will roll a society check with that, which I am most trained in. A natural
Society
20.
check.
All right. Let me think now. Where would you have seen something like this? The closest analog you can come up with in your head would be the ferry terminal at Central. And this is like a departure lounge. So it's like directing people towards this door that you just came through.
Oh my god, you said fairy, and my mind immediately went to like Feywild and like
Sorry, no.
pixies.
I mean, yeah.
Fairy-
And then like later on, I was like, oh, you mean like fairy,
Boats.
like as in to ferry someone. I
Mhm.
gotcha.
I was
Some
just
kind of fairy
imagining.
I was
he
like-
had,
I was like,
Feywild
what the
train
heck's a
central station
ferry terminal? This sounds interesting.
for their ferry subways?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is real. This is some interesting lore we're getting.
Yeah, the world
So-
building.
Yes, people carrying goods towards an exit. And there are floor markings that are directing people into that other room.
So
That's what you.
people are carrying goods back to the other room where there is some guy with what seems to be a lot of magic. I wonder if they were making an offering to him.
I was barfing light.
Keeping him
Appeased.
happy and fed so that he would not be angry and puke all over them.
Puke,
Yeah, maybe.
Lord, God of Upchuck.
Maybe.
Upchuckery.
I mean, that still doesn't really tell us a lot about what's going on here, but that's okay.
Lord of inebriation.
Let's hope he was a benevolent god, no?
Well,
Worship him at the porcelain altar.
we'll
All
find
right,
out, I
from-
suppose.
This is what Terry Pratchett referred to as not a god, but an oh god. Like the oh god of hangovers.
Aid, from your point of view, you can definitely tell that there is another chamber about the same size as this one beyond that door, but you can't really get a good look at it from like there's a.
I would like to stealthily take a peek inside.
All right, roll a stealth check then, and then we'll.
That is a 15 plus 7 for 22.
All right, so silently you slip through the doorway.
Yeah.
So you see here and here.
Mm-hmm.
There are bodies. They're pretty old, wearing hide armor, simple weapons in their hands. you are versed enough in and aware enough of what's going on in this place. These are orcs. They're dead orcs. But they've been here a while. There is not a lick of flesh left on their bones. They do appear.
So yeah, immediately looking for any, what killed them or how they died.
He'll have to get a little closer to do an examination.
Okay.
And then you can roll a medicine check. See if you can figure that out.
Ian, could you give me vision on Craig's character for the stream, please?
Oh.
I seem to have it for Slippery Phil, but I don't have it for Aid.
All right. Where's that? I can do that real fast.
I can do it.
Oh.
I can do it 12 times.
That do it?
Okay. Yep. That's good. Thank you.
Ingorsely devoured.
I'm glad that you caught that, Craig.
Oh, absolutely. So before I go in closer, that little my pile of pocket debris.
Mm-hmm.
Take out one of the little pieces of tile, and I'm going to flick it at one of the skeletal remains to see if it
reacts.
Does anything? Yes.
See if it animates.
Well, sure. Roll me an unarmed or an armed. I guess just roll a regular bow attack. I'll use that for
okay.
Shoot the skeletons.
This is a +7. That's a 14. It's my lowest roll on that so far.
I mean, it wasn't a 1. You get it close enough. You sort of ping it off. It wouldn't be a good hit, but it was a hit. It dings off, and the head just sort of lolls. That's it.
Okay. In that case, I will cautiously move forward, but I'll kind of behind me. I'll mention or try to say to Slippery Phil, 2 dead orcs, long dead, skeleton.
Then let us hope that whatever killed them.
Skeletons! And I'll grab my holy symbol and draw my sword.
And Aid, you do also.
Is your religion against skeletons, my friend?
Oh, very much so. They are an abomination to the light.
But
does know that he has one, right?
One of me, there is a skeleton inside of you right now.
Well, of course there is. You are referring to inanimate skeletons, then?
Yes.
And Aid, you do see there's another door.
Okay. Perhaps you should be more clear next time.
Can I, now that I'm closer, is there anything I can ascertain about?
Roll medicine. Let's see what we can figure out about this poor fella.
They done
medicine.
It seems that these orcs had 12 skulls.
13.
13.
12 skulls.
Tells me. This one is pretty obvious. His head, like the skull that sort of moved when you fling the rock at it, the skull is half caved in. So blunt force trauma.
Interesting.
Gulp.
And with that, any idea of age of decay? Probably not with a 13.
With a 13, it's not new. There's barely any, like their skin is sort of stuck to the bones, but there's barely any flesh left to it.
Okay. Is there any way you could ascertain if what killed them is also what blew open these doors?
This one is more mundane blow to the head. Don't think so.
Now, Ian.
Uh-huh.
from the POV of my Roll20 dynamic lighting, I can see something around the corner here. I just would want to know whether or not Phil would be able to see that as well.
Yep, absolutely. There's another. You see the feet of another body beyond the doorway there.
Phil is just going to reach out and just kind of tug on Aid's cloak. I think there might be more of these bodies further in.
Aid's cloak is now just covered in slime.
I would like to
it's just dripping a little bit.
Carefully pry one of the dead orc's rib bones off.
Okay.
And save that for later for Bass.
Okay, so it is wearing hide armor, so you're gonna have to sort of get in there and sort of work at it for a bit.
Or just bone, anything, anywhere that there's a arm bone, femur, whatever.
While they're doing that, Liam is going to approach the double doors and take a peek down the hallway, if possible.
Sure. So you... Oops.
Perhaps the one without an active source of light should be the one doing that.
Well, the three of you went down there, so Liam is going to explore.
Oh, boy.
All right, so you see there is a hallway. Some of it is collapsed on this side here, on the side. That is the direction in which the building fell, so that kind of makes sense that that's kind of caved in a little bit. Because it kind of fell on an angle away from the first room you came in.
Right. Okay.
So that side is kind of bashed in a bit. But as far as your light can see, the corridor looks intact. There's the occasional, vines or roots that have broken through, but there's nothing substantial down there within the range of your vision, at least. All right, Aid is up to the next door.
Indeed.
So from that angle, you can definitely see there's another skeletal body on the floor.
Another stealthy entrance, if I may.
Sure can.
19 plus 7, so 26.
Yeah, you're soundless as you.
I see another one.
And there's another one over here. This one looks different. The rest of them didn't have any evident weapons or things out in their hands. They had their heads bashed and they're dead. This one has a machete in one hand and there is a sack in the other hand.
I will also take out a tile bit and at the different one.
Again, it tings off of the thing, doesn't not a damaging thing. You clock it and it doesn't react. It seems pretty inert.
I will investigate the sack.
All right. Pretty much as soon as you touch it, it basically pulls apart in your hand, and everyone can hear the sound of coins clattering to the ground.
Ooh.
Phil comes rushing in, thinking that the sound of clanging metal means that Aid's under attack. He just runs out. He's got the sword in one hand and the grappling hook in the other. He's like, what is? Oh, it's just money.
All right, well, pause there. Door slams shut. Door slams shut. And the piles of bones start to stand.
Come on, man. I was throwing stuff at
I knew it.
Yeah, until you went for their loot, they were perfect.
I knew it. I knew it. Why do you think I was chucking stuff at them, man?
All right, so Slippery Phil made it into the room, but his token has not, by my
Oh, weird.
Slowly.
Is it because I'm like kind of slightly overlapping the doorway?
No,
Because I'm inside
slowly.
the room on my end.
I'm still seeing all of your movements as well. Your movement
you're like
lines.
in two
Super
places
slow.
at
Okay,
once
if
for
I
me.
put myself in here, does
there
that
we go.
work?
Yes.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
reload my thing here so I can get
Now if I go back,
Yes.
does that mess it up again?
No, you're good. You're
Yeah.
good.
Okay, let's have some initiatives. Let me pull up the old turn tracker here.
Oh boy, this is a lot of combat for some level 1 adventurers, I will say.
Welcome to Pathfinder.
Yeah, huh? This is what gets you to level 2, man.
I say also, it's a short little
If you live to level 2.
taste into Pathfinder.
I guess perception, because I was perceiving sounds coming from the other room and rushed in to help.
Yep.
I'd say I was trying to be stealthy through all of this, so would stealth make sense?
Yes.
Well, I got a 6.
All right, slippery Phil. Solid 6. It's definitely going first, for sure.
Is it just them, or are Devin and I rolling as well?
Everyone can roll.
Okay.
16.
I'm just going perception as well.
I got a 20,
Hey,
27.
you still beat
there.
me.
Right.
Right. So sorry, 27 for 8 is not terrible.
Hey, we got a first time chat. Welcome.
Hello, well met, fellow intrepid adventurer of life.
Sorry, what did Liam get?
I got a 25 total. I rolled a nat 20.
You got a nat 22?
Yeah.
Boom. Too bad you're not in the room.
Well,
I got a +9 knife. Not in the room.
Aid, you are first. These guys need to square.
As usual.
Yeah, that seems to be
as
the way
often.
this goes.
All right. Well, I don't really want to be in close proximity, and I had usually have my bow kind of out in one hand, so I'm going to stride, hoping that it has no opportunity attack.
It has no reaction to hit you.
Sweet. So I'm just going to back up here. I look over at Phil, say, "You got that one."
I can certainly try.
All right. I will definitely use my Hunter's Edge on this guy. So that'll give me my extra 1d8 on this fight. So this is attack number 1. Does a 14 hit?
Arrow sticks into the hide. Bang.
Dang it.
All right, so you Hunter's thing, you moved and you struck.
That's it, yeah.
All right, Liam. You hear the door slam and you see Sir Sal kind of jump when the door in front of him slams. What are you going to do?
I think Liam is going to come back and be like, "What's happening? Where are the other two?" And so I will stride over, and then I will just throw an aid. So I will
Throw me.
I will try to give a circumstance bonus to Sir Sal when he attempts to open the door, or whatever he attempts to do.
Oh, I mean, of course. I said skeletons!
So I roll for this, right? To see how well I help?
When it triggers. So
Okay.
if you want to see, since it uses your reaction, if you need
When
to-
I
Right.
kick the
Something else.
door in like a baller.
So
All right, so that's one action to stride, one action to help. Anything else? Or are you good?
I don't think there's anything else that I can do from this side of the door, so I will leave it there.
I knew it, Ian. I knew it. I knew it. I'm like, these things are
I
gonna
think we're
move.
all expecting it to a certain extent.
Yep, a little bit.
I wasn't.
This is why the Divine Lord of Light abhors skeletons.
All right. There's one stride. There is an interact. Hello.
Oh, now I feel stupid for not just opening the door. I didn't think that was going to be possible.
This guy's going to
Oh no.
chuck a javelin at Slippery Phil here.
I will use my reaction to dodge.
Okay.
No, that does nothing.
22.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So deadly only triggers on the critical hits. That's fine. So just 5 piercing, assuming that a 22 is not a crit.
It is not, but that's still a pretty big chunk of hit points.
Just be happy you didn't get the crit. That'd be another one of those take you down to 1 hit point things.
Jeez.
All right. Orc Skeleton is going to stride over to aid and chop at you with his machete.
With his machete.
Yaha.
Machete.
Wacha.
Machete.
A 19 will hit.
All right. There's 4 damage.
How am I supposed to use my holy power to destroy them if I need to instead use it to heal you guys?
I can heal myself.
Okay.
Oh. Perfect. So he's going to spin around and take a second swipe, this time at Slippery Phil.
Oh boy.
Sweeping his weapon using the sweep weapon trait.
Oh.
So he gets a +1 circumstance bonus on this second attack because he's using this. Well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
All right. Well, tune in next week when I've got a brand new character.
Oh no.
Oh no. Yet again, I brought you down to 1 hit point.
How much damage was that total? I can't seem to scroll down in the feed all the way.
12.
Oh, so it's not 8 plus 12. It's just 12.
No, it's the the critical instead. Yeah.
Slippery Phil has slipped his last.
8 plus 12, he'd be DED dead.
Well, yeah.
All right. That's my turn. Sir Sal, you're up.
Death to the skeletons.
Run.
Is the door open. Okay.
I yell out, run.
So interact to open the door.
Run where? They're in the doorway.
Remind me, is interact an action or is that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So 1. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I should be able to get here for 25 movement.
25, yeah.
Because with 1 diagonal.
Oh, yeah.
It should be good.
Righto. Since we were able to do a medicine check earlier, does that also apply to there was time for my focus to come back or?
Yeah.
Okay. Fear me, skeleton. I shall reach out and gently touch it.
Ooh.
It shall take
Fear my
3
gentle caress.
3 points of damage.
And what is this? This is your
Lay on hands.
Oh, does it?
Oh.
Damage is undead.
Hey, there we go.
Classic.
Now we got to see how far down that health bar goes with 3 damage.
That's
Yeah. You ever notice how we're doing like 3 damage per hit, and everything we've fought so far is doing like double digits?
Yep.
Yeah, right.
It must also make a fortitude save.
It's an undead target.
Healing, damaging undead takes me back to fighting the Phantom Train.
It doesn't say you need to make an attack.
No, it does not.
That's crazy. Okay.
That's
Awesome. That's awesome.
It does not have the attack keyword on it. So yeah.
Nope.
It's
It's
you
just
you
instant
touch him.
D6 of damage.
That's amazing.
Oh, and that's positive damage. I should double check that I'm not like involved or anything silly like that. Why would an undead be vulnerable to positive? Not vulnerable to positive.
What?
No, I think it's more so that I can damage it because it's undead rather than that it is vulnerable.
Yep.
I'd rather if it was vulnerable though.
It's vulnerable in the sense that it is damaged instead of healed.
Ooh. That took off a lovely chunk. Very
You
well
must also
done.
now make a fortitude save.
Oh, right.
That was only 3 damage. Okay, so these guys don't have a lot of health. That's good to know.
Oh,
Unless
they
it was
just hit
double.
really hard.
Fortitude save.
Yeah.
I probably critically failed
It
that.
now has a -2 armor class for the rest of the round, or for 1 round.
Hey.
Maze balls.
Well, okay.
This way, Phil.
That sucked for me. However,
Would have been better if
fill the gap.
rolled higher than a 3, but you know.
Well, that was your
Fill the
strategy,
gap.
Doc.
You know what? I appreciate that.
Thank you.
I appreciate that a lot.
Thank you, Devin.
This one's going to stride right there. And now I'm going to look at my claws are agile and finesse.
Why did they attack Phil? He didn't even touch the treasure.
Oh, this one's going for 8 first. He's moved.
Because they want to have their fill of us.
3 damage.
Those are some nice numbers. I hope we get something like that.
I'm noticing that the things we fight often roll like above
So Phil,
17 quite often.
you're under, right? Like that's.
No, this was against you.
This is me. Oh, I thought you were taking Phil.
3 damage for you.
Well, not. Yeah. Okay.
Second one's going to go against Phil. Here we go. No.
Can I disagree with its damage as a reaction?
Nah, I don't want it.
Right.
Nah, I'll pass.
Sorry, how many hit points do you have? Is it more than 1? Then
I reject your reality.
All right, Slippery Phil, you are up. You are kind of boxed in here.
Ooh, okay. Let's see here. I can attack across diagonals, right?
Yep.
If I were to move to say here, would that confer a flanking bonus?
You betcha.
Get out.
You can't.
Again, I really must reiterate that the doorway is solidly blocked.
Hey, listen, I tried. Well, my thought was you attack it because it's got a lower AC and then get out.
Exactly. That's fine.
Also, that was Slippery Phil might be a fop, but he is not a coward.
Tactical retreat.
All right, so that was a stride.
Bravely running away.
He is going to grab up a fistful of his dueling cape in one hand, and in the other, he is going to make a lunging thrust with his rapier.
There is no cowardice in choosing to live in order to fight another day.
Okay.
Unless you have no intention of fighting another day. And only running away then.
That's a 22 to hit.
22 against his flat-footed AC is a hit.
Okay.
Do more than
damage.
5 damage.
Boom shakalaka.
That's going to be a big old 5.
You pierce through the hide armor and connect with none of the bones on your way through, and withdraw your blade, and it seems unfazed.
Oh no!
They are immune to piercing damage.
No piercing.
You resisted the piercing damage. You did not do enough damage.
No.
Well, gentlemen,
how much
it's
you
been
want
a
to
pleasure working with you.
A resistance of 5.
You heathen
against
wow.
Resist piercing 5.
Glad that I have exclusively piercing weapons.
You also have a fist.
Man.
We told you to flee.
Yeah, hang on. Let me just tunnel my way out.
Yeah.
I guess
frogs have burrow, right? Like,
I guess in hindsight, yeah, you wouldn't. Is there
Frog,
no like
got a burrow
tumble
speed.
action?
If you are trained in athletics, you can tumble through another creature square. Absolutely.
I mean, assuming that the skeletons don't just continue to roll like 38 on every attack.
Yeah,
right.
if you have acrobatics, you can use tumble through as an action.
I would not feel comfortable leaving one of our own alone in a room with 2 skeletons and more closing in. So
a paladin coming up behind.
All right, Slippery Phil, you got 1 action left. What you got for me?
Cape. Give myself as much AC as I can.
Yeah,
You
For
can't
all
see
the
me.
good it'll do. For all the good it'll do. With Ian rolling a D50 for his attack rolls.
Bill stands in the corner and just goes, "Oh, I'm gone.
You don't see me.
Well, I tried.
You cannot see me. I am not here."
tried and failed. And what have we learned? Never try.
Make sure to embellish this part of my biography.
All right, this one moves into flank Sir Sal. And
Bring
now
it on, foul demon spawn.
So it's going to claw at you once.
And
That's
it shall
against,
graze against my holy armor.
Keep him coming, Darcy.
and that's against you flat-footed, so -2 to your AC.
Then it shall pierce my holy armor.
The 4 slashing on the first one, and then a second strike also hits for another 3.
Jeez.
It's those second ones I keep on rolling with the 17 plus.
How is it you always hit your second attacks and we never
I don't think
Yeah,
we're making
yeah.
it to
We're
another session of
close.
this, guys.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
We're
Once
going
the
back
man
to Sea of
comes in,
Souls
starts
a bit
chucking
sooner than we
bombs.
thought.
All right, but that's my turn. Aid, you are up. You
Kill
have
something.
one of them flanked. You saw Slippery Phil fail with piercing damage.
I am going
Your
to.
fists are bludgeoning, I will point out.
They are. I'm going to yell out a command to Bass
Ooh.
to come attack.
Okay, so that's 1 action, gives him 2.
So I will resolve his. Oh, I just closed the door. I can't help. I can't see.
There we go. Oh, yeah, once the door closes, you can't see him anymore.
5, 10, 15, 20, 30. I guess he's
we're gonna
only
get
going to be able to get in, but he's
Flanking
going to get in.
conga line? Yeah.
Yeah, he's just going to get into flank. I can't make him attack. But he'll move. He'll move twice so that he can come in and give Sir Sal a little bit of help there.
Excellent. I'll
Little
need
flank
it.
bone. Perfect.
And
Flank bones connected to the.
what is my if I'm trained and unarmed?
There should be somewhere on that sheet. There should be just an unarmed strike.
Yeah, it's not there. I thought it should be, but it says unarmed. I'm trained and unarmed, but unarmed strike, but then it doesn't have unarmed. So
All right, let me
add
see.
unarmed, but yeah, it doesn't. It's not showing up there.
Oh, unarmed. Here we go. There's a whole tab for unarmed.
You have to add it as a weapon.
Yeah. So add your. So add a weapon, and there's a tab called unarmed, and the very first.
Oh
item
yeah. Fifth. Okay, I see it.
Fist.
Okay. Okay, it's 1d4. Okay. So the one that I marked,
So that's
which was
this guy.
this guy. So I'm gonna, yeah. So after I call Bass, then I kind of, I still got my bow like in my hand, but I just kind of like
punch him with it?
You know, one of those like in the face kind of thing.
Right on.
Yeah. All right. So this will be +7 to hit. That's going to be a 16 to hit.
That hits.
So this is this is 1d4 plus 2 bludgeoning plus 1d8 for my precision attack. So this is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
13 bludgeoning. I'm checking that I do not resist. I'm not immune or resistant to precision damage. So you just punch the shit out of that guy. The bones just sort of
I want to take his head right
scatter.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah, just crack. I'm gonna turn and look at the other guy. Might as well.
All right. So
And
second
he's
attack
flanked.
with flanking.
That is a 17.
Yep.
So this will just be the 1d4. Look at my precision. So this will be 3 plus 2 for 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
And you smash that one too.
Yeah. I just crack. Watch him like drop to the ground. And I look at
What
Phil
the
and I
hell were
said,
you using a bow for this whole time?
so I turned to Phil. I'm like, I told you to flee.
All right, so you
That's
call.
it.
I told you the door is blocked. I mean, I heroically decided to stay here and assist you, my friend.
Flanking bonus was helpful. All right, Liam, you're up.
That was cinematically. That was awesome. Just like.
All right.
Knuckle bones connected to the head
Base.
base bone.
I will also point out that your sling should also do bludgeoning damage.
It does, yes.
Just need to get line of sight, and you're good to go.
My fist is connected to your.
No, I
face
didn't.
bones.
I didn't state it earlier, but I had intended on having Liam walking around with his sling out because we were ambushed before.
Well, you did have an unspent action last turn. I can gladly let you retcon making sure your
okay,
sling
yes.
is out.
Thank
right.
you, oh merciful GM.
All right.
Merciful.
So
You've seen what we're up against.
Hang on, I'm gonna turn off my virtual background for a second because apparently all of this high octane action has really got the cat invested.
It's like, what is happening?
all right. So Liam is gonna do something.
Oh, never mind. There he goes.
Liam's
He
gonna
was
do
just,
something
like,
weird.
right over my shoulder, like wide-eyed, being like, "What? Is Phil gonna make it out?"
So Liam is going to stride 5, 10, 15, and in that same space, Liam is then going to use his second action to mount Bass.
Excuse me?
He's going to hop on Bass's back.
Uh-huh.
And then from Bass's back, he's going to slingshot the skeleton right in front of him.
Gonna get this guy.
Yeah. That cat.
All right.
Bass is willing?
It just says allied creature, so boom.
He's kind of like,
Oh,
you hear a bit of
no.
a growl. He's kind of like, all right.
Oh, wait, but that's... No, well, no, that's still not going to hit because that's a flanking bonus, but that doesn't matter. 7's not hitting.
2 on the die. That sucks.
That ain't gonna do it.
That's all 3 of my actions. Over
Okie
and
dokie.
over nice and quick.
All right.
Be a
One-
ranger already, will you?
Well,
All
all
right.
of my bombs do splash damage, so if I hit any of them, I kill somebody.
It's true. All right. This guy's going to claw at Sir Sal here.
How dare it!
We need
All
to
right.
invest
So
in some
you're
splash
flanked.
guards then.
So this is flat-footed. So you're AC -2. That's not going to do it.
Ah!
That's not going to do it.
Aha!
Huzzah!
And
Oh.
bony claws cannot possibly pierce this
Oh.
brilliant armor.
And with his third action, he's going to close the door.
What a dick.
Sure is. Sir Sal, you're up.
Murderize them.
Right. I knew this would come in handy someday. Shield boss.
Ooh.
Starting with the one that is reeling from my gentle caress of justice.
Uh-huh.
That'll be a critical hit.
Oh, there it is.
So 20 bludgeoning damage.
Oof. Oh.
It explodes in the bone fragments.
You're like covered in bone dust. Like it's just
yeah.
boom. explode. In the other room, Aid and Slippery Phil, you just hear just this like clatter, like hail on the door.
Just the sound of justice. I shall
and a glorious cry from Sir Sal. So
I shall whip around and embed my shield boss in the skull of the other. Or not.
That's less good.
What the hey? A -1.
That's impressive.
How is that even possible? You're rolling. You heal him.
Wow.
You know what? I'm okay with this.
You hit him so softly that he just like, hey.
It was a triumphant ending of yonder skeleton.
All right, Slippery Phil, you are up.
Okay, question.
Yeah.
Because striding, moving requires an action.
Mm-hmm.
If I have to take another action in the middle of striding, like say to open a door, does that interrupt that action? Like,
yes, you cannot. You can't break your move.
Great.
You can't split your move across.
Well, that cuts
the door
down
is
my
open
options
though
by about 99%.
That's why I said he was a dick for closing that door.
Yes, the skeleton closed the door as his last action.
Oh, this one.
The one that I just
got exploded.
He turned to close the door, and then a shield boss hit him
the door.
directly in that section of the rib cage that caused the skeletons to explode.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just out of range of my grapple.
Does it have a maximum range, or is it just range increment of 20?
I'll take a look here.
Slippery Phil, I think, is more slippery from slipping on his own blood at this point. Maybe.
I mean, it says thrown 20 feet.
So that's the range increment. How much? Let's see. What is it called? A grappling?
Combat grapnel.
Sorry, combat
grapnel.
There it is. Combat grapnel.
It's the grandpa of shrapnel.
Around 20 feet. So that's the range. Attached to a rope up to 10 feet long, can be swung as a weapon. Okay, so that's dumb. So really, it's only got a reach of 10 feet. But this, though grappling hooks typically serve as a climbing tool, this specially reinforced grapnel attached to a rope up to 10 feet long can be swung as a weapon. So it should only have a reach of 10 feet.
You know what? Phil closes the door again. You will have fun being cool badasses. I am just going to sit in the corner.
No.
No, I don't actually.
So
I'll leave the door open, but that's literally all I can do. So everyone else have fun.
It's not a bad defensive option for Slippery Phil.
All right. The skeleton gets to go. Gosh, target-rich environment here. Okay, first of all, I think I'm just going to roll a d6. I want to roll a 1d3. Here we go, because this can do a 1d3. 1d3. So 1 is Liam, 2 is Bass, and 3 is Sir Sal. 1 is Liam. He is going to get some claw action in his grill.
That makes sense.
Claw. 13?
Negative.
Try it again. How's a 9 work for you? Is 9
Negative.
Oh.
Now I'm going to move out of flanking because screw you.
Giggity.
All right. Aid. Oh, you've got a clear shot at this guy now.
Yeah, but they're resistant to piercing, so.
I
mean.
Making me a special friend.
Probably better off just throwing your weapon at it.
I might as well, but I will instruct Bass to attack.
Oh, very good.
So we're both going to move. This is exciting.
So Bass will run in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're on him. That's right. So you're coming for the ride. Where did my character sheet go? Why did it close on me? That's weird.
So why does
so
it
he-
say thrown 20 feet if it really only has a range of 10?
Because the regular grappling hook has a range range increment of 20 feet, I think is why. So grappling hook 17 will hit.
And it is piercing, but it's 8 piercing.
8 piercing, so 3 of that gets through.
So he just like grabs the leg bone and just like yanks at it. And I like to think like almost at the same time that Bass is going in for the bite, I've released my bow. That was almost on that 20. That's a 13 to hit.
No.
I might as well do my second attack. Why not? Oh, that's better. That's an 18 plus 2, so 20 to hit.
Yep.
And that is 1d8 piercing. So I need more than 5 here. That's a 7 piercing damage.
2 of that gets through, which is enough.
Hey.
Yes. So right as Bass is like going in for the leg and kind of like pulls it off, it shoots the arrow like right in its eye, just takes the head off.
It sort of catches it in the skull and sort of peels the entire spine out as it pins it to the
wall. Perfect. And Bass is just like on the bone, just like gnawing on it.
All right. And the dust settles.
Another excellent fight. Well fought, Mamie. And I believe that we can all agree that we all made an equal contribution.
I mean, you
well fought all.
Phil.
Got to be cool and punch some skeletons. I got to open a door. I would say that this is a victory all around. I am going to go lean against the wall and try to prevent my organs, my internals, from becoming my externals.
Let me help you. I'll do a medicine check on Slippery Phil here. Administer aid. There we go. That's a 16.
Perfect. So 2d8.
That's 4 and 5. So 9 points. 9 health restored.
Okie dokie.
And since that takes
Much
10 minutes,
appreciated.
allow me then. Don't worry. On living skeletons, this will not harm. I shall gently place my hand upon Slippery. What? There we are, on Slippery Phil.
I think it's mostly bloods this time.
Yeah.
And you can recover 6 of your so-called hit points.
Oh, they're useful for him getting hit. He gets hit a lot.
It gets me almost all the way there. I don't know why my token's not updating, though.
They are his get hit points.
That is a Roll20 thing that has been happening.
Roll20 is being funky, yeah.
Roll20, we're glad that you joined ORC, but
fix
you
your
gotta fix some stuff.
Yeah,
fix your crap, yo.
We appreciate the solidarity with the community joining ORC. We still got some problems here.
What I've found is your hit point bar will update for everyone else but you.
Oh.
Yeah, it does weird stuff.
Yeah.
Well, as long as it's showing up on stream, okay.
Let's say I've got 2 different screens, and one of them shows the hit points that I had in the last fight, and the other one shows the current hit points that I actually have.
That's fun.
50%.
I find if you hit refresh, it usually fixes the problem. But
yeah.
Anyway.
Now you all understand my aversion to skeletons.
Well, I will pick up whatever gold there actually was off of the one that I faced.
So it was a fair amount. So there are a number of silver coins and a couple of gold pieces in there. So it totals 5 gold pieces.
Okay.
And looking at these coins immediately, they stand out to you as you've never seen this minting before. Like these are ancient coins. You can note that.
Actually, before I pick them up, sorry, if I can recount, because I would have done this before I picked them up. I'm going to call Sir Sal over.
Aye.
Can you tell if these coins are cursed or? And I explain what happened when I actually touched the coins or went for the coins. That's when the skeletons
I can certainly
rose. So something has animated.
I can certainly
them.
ask the bright child for guidance.
Roll a religion check for me if you don't mind.
Religion, not occultism?
In this case, religion.
Okay. 12.
With a 12, it feels like a pretty standard, in a place where bad things have happened, the dead tend to rise. So if there is strong magics nearby, then this kind of thing will happen. And wronging a dead man, like stealing his loot, could potentially trigger something like this, if there is strong magic in the area.
This is divine justice for grave robbing.
There we go.
Fair enough. And I take the coins anyway.
Yeah. You're robbing the grave robbers. It's the worst part.
Yeah. The orcs were here already to steal and loot. Perhaps they got what they deserve.
Perhaps.
So did we, in a manner of speaking.
Indeed.
So one thing you do note about these inner chambers is they have been picked clean. There's not even debris in here. Like this has been gone over with a fine-tooth comb.
I know not what you have done, possibly in a past life or earlier in your current life, Slippery Phil, but it would appear that destiny has seen fit to punish you for great foul deeds.
Well, as I said, I'm usually a cook by trade. Perhaps I shall just leave the getting stabbed up to the rest of you then.
Perhaps, on a lighter note, you are suffering now so that the rest of your future will be bright and merry. Perhaps take a pamphlet of the bright child's honorable ways. It's going to help guide you into a future of happiness and contentedness.
I will consider this for another time, perhaps.
Excellent.
So,
that is all I ask.
Is this information about the orcs, does this mean that the orcs are not in fact the native inhabitants of this island, but rather just a band of looters? In which case, that would certainly go a ways to make me feel much less guilty about what we did to those two on the beach.
Ooh, are we spending another 10 minutes?
Oh, well, while this conversation is happening, like, figure we're having, you guys are having a conversation.
Lay on hands. I love spending 10 minutes.
Okay, so Liam had sort of poked his head around this corner and saw there's a corridor, or you can go back to the east or the south out of the entryway.
I think we might as well.
Both of them seem to be heading south, so just a question.
Perhaps we should keep our hands to ourselves from here on.
Well, not a bad idea.
Or, alternatively, smash the bones before touching anything.
Eat.
Anyway, there's a corridor over here.
I shall take a look. And I do.
Pass is in the wall. Get out of the wall, Pass.
What do mine bright eyes see?
You can see quite a ways. There is a corridor, there's some crumbling in, and you can see where this building collided with another building way far to the south. And you can see that it has broken into another chamber of the other building down here.
There's a gross thing down there.
And you might be able to pick out some more stuff on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like there's more bodies on the floor down there.
More potential enemies lie ahead.
Great. I'm going to go wait outside.
Yeah.
Perhaps I should lay my hands upon them preemptively. If they are dead, they will die. And if they are injured, they will not die. And if they are neither, I will have wasted my efforts.
Maybe that's the one that I'm mostly concerned about. Don't waste your efforts, Sir Sal. Honorable as they may try to be.
Yes, yes. I'm getting a distinct impression that we might be needing that divine magic for other uses.
What exactly about you is slippery, Phil? Is it your body, your skin, as it were, or were you named that because you're constantly covered in blood?
I thought it was
curiously, before joining this group, that was the latter one was much less frequent.
You do kind of seem to be the
He's been the punching bag of this game.
a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
If I may, my friends, this hallway, we should tread lightly.
By all means.
It would be a good place for traps if I were the one designing it.
Very good. If you are the one versed in these sorts of things, it would make the most sense for you to head about ahead of us. We will keep an eye on your flank, and should you need any assistance, we will also be ready and willing.
Very well.
Please prevent yourself from reawakening the dead whilst you are down there.
You can't see his face. You see his eyes smile because he's got his mask on, but you see his eyes go. A rare smile.
Never going to let him live that one down. I'm not, that's for sure.
Oh dear.
And on that note, I fire an arrow down the hallway. Oh, for real, I do, to see if it triggers any emotion.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's a pretty good first step.
I'm like,
All right.
fire it.
Do you think it's worth targeting the corpse on the other end?
I'm just gonna aim for the wall at the very end here to see.
Okay.
Okay, so that's sort of where this building ends. There's a bit of a drop off.
Okay.
And then there's a lower, so about 5 feet below that, you can see there's another chamber here.
Okay. So I just fire.
This is not actually a solid wall. That's actually
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I just fire straight and see how far it goes. And
Yep, you fire. It basically sticks into the wall there. Nothing gets triggered.
That's a
All
good
right.
sign.
Well,
Um,
that doesn't mean it's safe, but I will go ahead.
all right. I will. So you're going to scout ahead a little bit, or is everyone moving as a group, or how's this going to play out?
The end will bring up the rear.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll
are we, I was gonna say, are we satisfied with that one and only method of trap detection?
no. That's what I'm saying. I said,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was like,
I'm still going to move stealthily. That was just one thing.
I feel like eight is just going to kind of go on ahead, and we'll hold back for a bit until we're satisfied that the way is clear.
So you can get up to this narrow spot here before something sort of pops out at you as significant.
Okay, I will get up to there, and I will.
What you see is sort of in this pile of rubble. There is a. Would you recognize it? Why don't you roll me a perception check, and we'll see if you can figure out what you see sticking out of the rubble. There's a
That is
metal
a
thing sticking out of the rubble.
17 plus 7, so that's 20, 24?
24, yeah.
Okay, there are the
24.
So you see it is a metal pedestal, and there's sort of a three-pronged thing. The prongs are about this long. They are rounded metal, and they're sort of in spacing, equal spacing. It looks like a turnstile, and there's a coin slot in the top.
Liam.
Yeah.
Please.
I'll come down. Can
I
I
point, and in Elvish, what the hell is that? Look, it's a turnstile. It looks like
What do you suppose they spend so much time talking about?
a slot for somebody to put a coin in. It's like a gold coin or something, and it's return. What does that seem strange to you?
That does seem very strange for an ancient city.
What is this place?
May I roll?
Have you seen anything like this before?
I don't know. Have I?
Roll some society and see.
All right. Dang it!
Oh no!
Oh, I can't roll tonight.
You know as much as Mike knows at this point, so
Yep. I don't know. That probably shouldn't be here, I think.
or should it?
Maybe it should be here.
Seems like the sort of thing that I saw a fair once, a small town that I was passing through, and they had a man who was collecting coins for admittance into the tent, and this seems a similar sort of thing, perhaps, that somebody would have to pay to come in. I am so confused by this place.
Yep.
I don't know what to make of it, but it doesn't look like a trap. It's just
No.
curiosity. It's odd.
No, this is some kind of a cue. A line.
But for what?
Whatever is back on the crumbled side of this building, probably.
Do you think all those figures that were depicted in the fresco were coming through bearing gifts, that they had to come through here, pay their coin or whatever it was, and make their way in, deeper in? Some sort of collection, perhaps.
I imagine it's got something to do with that, given the images on the wall.
This place is strange. I will continue to stealthily move forward, if you would pass on our findings to Phil and Sal. Perhaps they can make something of it, I'm not sure. Outside of my knowledge.
Okay, so you're going to continue on?
Well.
All right. As soon as you move past the turnstile, make a reflex save for me, please.
There we are.
This is a +9. So that is a 28.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
All right, so you've critically succeeded. So as you move by the turnstile, you can see it shifts in place and a metal barrier pops up, but you sort of jump beyond it before it sort of catches you in the groin as it's popping out of the ground. So there's now a metal plate, sort of, it's not big, but sort of a 3-foot high plate that would have come up to the bottom of the turnstile.
I am so confused by this place.
Well, I almost lost any hope of having children, but thankfully I'm still intact. Right, I will take it step by step.
I'd say that this is a sign we're heading in the right direction if they booby trapped it.
All right. I will continue. I guess doing perception or survival or whatever.
Well done at Well
right,
done at locating
one
a
more
trap.
survival check, actually.
Survival.
Because I'm going to put you to here, and you're going to get a good look at this room, and then we'll sort of pick it up here next time.
That is an 18 plus 5.
Jeez, you were rolling
23.
rocks.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you accidentally stumbled upon it, but just have exceedingly good reflexes. You make it look easy.
So
I'm rangering.
you see that, yes, this building has sort of smashed into another building, and you see there's, first of all, stairway going down into this other building. So this is good. You see more orc skeletons with their heads bashed in. Next to them, you see mummified bodies of not orcs. These have been properly sort of prepared and embalmed and created mummies with their fists sort of embedded in each of the orcs' heads, and each of the orcs has, you know, their machete sort of chopping into them. So this is basically 2 fights that have gone on here where they killed each other.
Wow.
Interesting.
Okay.
And seeing as it is just past 11 now, this seems like a good little cliffhanger to leave it on as the bodies begin to stir.
Of course.
What did I just say?
I didn't even touch them this time. Not my fault.
But we're going to blame you anyways.
Pick it up here next time as we fight more undead and delve deeper into this weird ancient city of turnstiles and barfing portals and people carrying baskets of fruit.
All the good stuff.
Gonna need to get handsy.
Ian, thank you again for running this game for us these last few weeks.
Absolutely, this has been a lot of fun.
Yep.
I'm glad you're enjoying it, and I'm sorry that you've become the punching bag, but I'm trying to spread
I wasn't
the
going to say it, but
hey, you promised that you were going to bring me down to 1 HP.
I tried my best.
didn't,
You threw Jack in your way. Body blocking for you.
I punched orc skeletons in the face with the bow in my hand.
And when you guys are like, "Oh, run away!" Yeah, no, like, what am I supposed to do? Just go sit in the corner while everyone else plays the game? Like, I'm gonna throw myself in there.
All right. Well, we've got definite team dynamics evolving here as we delve deeper into this place, and hopefully there will be some goodies at the very bottom for you to take back to Nicholas and or Nikolai and prove your worth.
And we'll tell.
Nicolaus just coming together. Good, awesome, active chat tonight. So thanks everybody for hanging out and
thanks for tuning in as always,
and
everyone.
chatting. It's been a blast. So
indeed.
And we will see you in a week's time.
Bye.
May the light guide you.
Have a good night, everybody.
Have fun.